Now settings. Advanced. Okay. Not over. Well, that's a thing. All right, cool. So I realized. Okay. So, oh my God, hi, Jesus Christ. Well, I hope you're subscribed because we're about to get hit with ads again. If you are not subscribed, you should get subscribed because, yep. Oh, did it not save any of that? Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Custom browser docs. It did not. All right. You're not getting another honk. Fuck off. This here. This here. Okay. So I'm on the wireless. The wireless. Jesus Christ. I'm on Starlink again. All right, I'm gonna not look at chat so I can get through this explanation, because if I look at chat, I'm not gonna be able to get through this explanation. So I woke up and I got okay. First of all, I got really nice sleep. I was really like actually woke up decent today. I just haven't been doing a lot of stressy things, so I actually got a really nice sleep, and my brain was very stimmy. Very like hand movie and stuff, which was nice. And then I wanted to try getting the Starlink hooked back up for a couple of reasons. Number one, I wanted to see how it was going to fare in the snow. Number two, I wanted to see how it would fare in winter. And then number three, I wanted to see if different tiers had different uploads, like upload speeds. And so I had it hooked up. I spent probably like a half hour to an hour today hooking it up. And it took a little bit of time because I had to do a bunch of different things. So I got it all hooked up. Hello. I have it all like integrated, and we're streaming back on Starlink again. However, I ran into some issues today when I tried using a plugin that basically nuked my front end for OBS. It completely rechanged, fucked with, and did a bunch of stuff to my setup. So I had to disable the plugin, remove it, and then go through and fix all of my setup. And then I went to a new profile in OBS, which changed all the settings back to what they were before, and I had to go back and change all the settings. So I basically needed to set everything back up again. Now, the reason why I'm doing all of this is because I found out that my upload on Starlink is actually pretty high. Consistently at least 15. I've peaked at 50, which is really good. Actually, it's really good, because the tier that I'm currently on is a new introductory tier. No, not introductory, but a new tier they just introduced a couple days ago, which is 100 down limit, but it's $40 a month, and I'm on a 50% plan for 2 years, which means for this dog it's $20 a month, which is awesome. And they didn't restrict upload, which is also awesome. So I decided that I was going to spend some time today trying to figure out how to dual stream, because I can definitely do that in less than 4 hours. Spoiler alert. Kinda not. So I have everything roughly set up, and the biggest thing that I was worried about was whether or not I'd be able to send data to YouTube not having Spotify on, because oh my god, if I want to get my channel nuked, I'm just streaming copyrighted stuff is the fastest way to get your channel nuked. So there are specific audio track outputs that can be used to stream to YouTube, and my VOD track is one of those. Now, I don't think I've run into the issue before with other things. I have gotten DMCA'd on YouTube before with some things that I streamed like as reacts. So this is going to be interesting.
Suck, I know.
But because I'm an unmonetized account, I don't give a shit. I can't earn money. So what does it matter? With that said, I may be trying to do YouTube streaming today. I am going to spend a little bit of time seeing if we can get it started up. I have a combo chat on my end, so hopefully I can see both. I will say, however, it's not going to be up there because it's just not how it's integrated. Also, I think Twitch has this whole thing about you're not allowed to have other streaming services chat on your chat, but then again, I'm not sure. But I don't know. So we'll see. If it starts doing, if it's able to hold on to it, which by the way, God, I hope so. If it's able to hold, just don't show the logo. I definitely could. If it's able to hold on to it, and stream doesn't just start dying, then my hope is that I can dual stream, which is one of my kind of end game goals, that I wanted to dual stream. And if I can get that done, then I'll be really happy, because I really don't want to put all my eggs in one basket with Twitch. So you guys are amazing. Thank you very much for all the support with the bits and the subs and stuff like that. It does help. But I also want other income stream pathways. Whether or not anything happens on YouTube is I don't fucking know. But I at least want to have it open, you know what I mean? I at least want to be able to have a path that if people only use YouTube and never use Twitch, then hey, I think people on YouTube should be able to see the dog. What do you guys think? Yes. Okay, great. So a little late there, stream elements. So here's hoping. Also, hopefully no one lost their stream streak, because I wasn't live for 15 minutes. I was live for 12, I hope. I wasn't keeping track. 7 minutes for ads, and then I think I broke within 5 minutes. So here's hoping. Now I'm going to go take my pants off. Relax, Twitch AI. A VTuber doesn't actually happen. You know, oh, I figured somebody was gonna quote it. It's very hot, okay? Wearing fleece-lined jeans. Hello. I went outside and did stuff. Hi, Dodge. Dodge. Christ. Hey. Okay. Deodorant. James goes, hello. Putting on deodorant for a stinky dog. Because I shower after stream and before bed, so I reduce the amount of oils that get to the bed sheet. Right. cozy. It's gonna be cold. Hang on. Howdy. Howdy. All right. Okay. So here we go. So the idea is I'm going to live stream on my VOD account, and I'm going to use my main account for edits. I'm not going to stream to my main account. I think that's a way of nuking your main account, unless you're like a really big streamer and your main account is your stream account. So I'm going to live stream on my VOD account, and then my main account is going to be specifically for edited videos. I won. Hi, welcome back, Budsy. So, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I have a preview window for my stream for the other place that I think Twitch would be upset if I said. I have a preview for that window, so hopefully, okay. One moment, please. I did not realize it was doing that. Give me just a second. Extract to... What? No. Oh my god. All right, here we go. Hi, doggo. Hi, Kate. Also, I'm looking at chat again. Sorry. We're going to copy that. We're going to go into personal streaming, current software, executables, paste, folder. Now, I am going to set this to settings, advanced settings, limit upload rate, 125 kbs. Okay, that's fine. All right, now I should be able to run this in here. We'll see if it did the thing. Please bear with me while I do things. Today is definitely gonna be one of those days that is gonna be a bit weird. I think we have this. No. Servers, clients, WebSocket, auto start. Start server. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, god damn it. All right, hang on. Platforms. Yeah, this did it in memory, I think. Then the YouTubes. I agree. Podcaster account. This one again. Continue. Okay. I'm gonna close all of these windows. By the way, we are only doing, well, no, not only doing, but we're not starting with shorts today. We're gonna do long form content today. What were you fighting with, Pudsy? Okay. And then if I go over here, oh, it already loaded. Fucking nice. No, you're not getting shorts. You were fighting with cheese? You were fighting with dog? All right. Okay, I'm gonna pop open. One moment. I'm gonna pop open live real quick. Why is it every single time I open this? I swear to God. Vertical. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna hit a button. Let's see how much shit breaks. You guys ready? Oh, I almost hit the wrong button. Oh, there. Do I wait before I? That should be good. Hang on. Whoa. Excellent connection. Stream health is excellent. I can see myself. Okay. It's working. It's working. I'm at Fistio. Oh, I'm so excited. Wait, Mephisto, are you on my fucking... Hey, you're on you're on the other... Sorry, Mephisto went to the YouTube one to say hi. Hey, by the way, thanks for saying hi in the other one, because now I know the chat works and my combo chat. So that's kind of cool. And we're holding our upload. You're dual streaming, I'm dual watching, dual wielding. No shorts today, chat. Dog took them off. No, I actually put shorts on. That's what I changed into. Took my pants off, put shorts on. Mephisto, since you're on the other thing that I can't talk about, you don't hear the music, right? Please tell me you don't hear the music. Because I think I have this set to track 2 and advanced audio properties. Track 2 does not have Spotify on it. The platform that shall not be named. No, I don't hear it. Yes. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I'm looking at this. Oh, hey. Okay. Dude. I'm doing it. Also, yes, you may realize, Mephisto, that the background on the stream that shall not be named is white. It is not the same background, though. I feel like I should change that because I'm gonna end up flashbanging people. All right, give me 1 second. Error, please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent with a current keyframe interval is 8 seconds. Really? All right. Thank you, YouTube, for letting me know. Oh, can I change this now? Oh, I can. Oh, very nice. I wonder if that'll work. Okay.
Hello, motherfucker.
All right. Hello, motherfucker. Not a browser. Image. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Ha ha ha. Image. Probably that one. Yeah, it's that one. All right. Wait. Wow. That one. There it is. There. Okay. All right. My problem.
We don't care. Do we want shoots?
We want shoots. All right. This is very... I should not be looking at the number of concurrent viewers I have on shorts. I'm gonna make that go away very quick. There we go. All right. I don't know what YouTube's TOS is for, or sorry, the other site that shall not be named. I don't know what their TOS is for oh yeah, no, they don't like that. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to we're going to stroll along here and pretend like nothing is happening. Although I do want to monitor the upload quality, which is kind of annoying. Oh, wait. I have this wonderful thing called uBlock, which means that I can nuke specific parts of the UI. Me gonna click on this and block the element. Pick. Can I do that? Create. Yay! Now I don't have to worry about it. Okay. I just want to know serious issues that need attention. I don't know what you want from me. I tried. I gotta go soon? Oh, that's okay, Allie. Realizing that nothing I use requires a buff out 4 for Fallout 4, so I disabled... I don't know, Banana. I don't think you can. I don't think I'm monetized on the other account. On the place that shall not be named. Yeah. Sucks to suck. Okay. All right. All right. Huh. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. Guys. Guys, I'm doing... Hi, Mobius. Guys, I'm doing it. I'm fucking dual streaming. Let's go. All right. This is really exciting for me. I'm alive on a whole new... in a whole new world. I'm alive on a whole new platform. This is really cool. Oh, there goes the internet connection. Okay. So it just seems like it'll drop for a little bit while the satellites change out. If it continues to be poor, then I'll definitely have to maintain one platform identity. Hopefully it doesn't. If it can get up to 50 per minute, hopefully this is just satellite transitions. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Fantastic point of view. Thank you. I do love the fact that poor people on the main platform right now are just like a dog's talking to himself. All right. Alrighty. So before we get started, I need to move that down below, so I'm start looking up at it. All right. Yeah. There we go. Hey! Oh my god, this looks so snazzy. This looks so fucking snazzy. Can I put this? I can put this over here. But then I don't have anything for up here. Oh wait, can I put this next to... Oh, wait. Can I? Yes! Kinda. No. Damn it. Guys, don't worry about it. I'm having problems. It's fine. No, not up there. I'm trying to find a place. I'm trying to find a place for this fucking preview window. I can put it there, but I don't want to put it there. Okay, I guess I could put it. Okay. Where can I put you? Well, I mean, I guess if I'm gonna do that, I might as well have this and then this over here. I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, good enough for me. Hi, Mobius. Okay. Dog needs more monitors. Gold? No. We already... Hi, Stefan. No, I don't need more monitors. I need better docking system from OBS. Which is kind of shitty to say because OBS's docking system is already really good. I just want to put things in a specific spot and it's not letting me, but that's understandable. Because I have the vertical preview up. I feel so professional right now. Anyway. Okay. All right. So. This is going way better than I thought it would. We only had kind of one hiccup overall. So that's good. Apparently, YouTube is testing something with having their broadcasts be shared between vertical and horizontal, which apparently is like actually shitty because you don't get the reach that you would get in the short form content. You only get the reach that you would get in your horizontal format, which doesn't really reach a whole bunch of people. Now, so I'm going to, I guess we could just get started with reacts then. I'm kind of worked up from having a bunch of shit all happening at once within the couple of hours that I had before stream today and then immediately going into work. So I'm a little all over the place and I apologize for that. My brain is still in that, like, it's hard to transition out of a particular mode because of the TISM. Yay, TISM. It's hard to transition out of the work mode because in my brain right now, I don't have a lot on the vertical side. The side that the stuff that I have over on that side isn't all of the components of stream. Like, for instance, if you throw stuff at me, it doesn't show up. or alerts don't show up. There's a lot of missing stuff. Right now it's just the bare minimum that I could get for the time to live. But hi Chips. But yeah, so this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just doing shit. Now with that said, if you like React content, if you want to support Dog doing React stuff, which is kind of just hanging out watching videos with you guys, if you want to continue to support that, you can go into the Discord and submit videos into the React channels. If you have shorts, you can sit it in the shorts channel. If you're over 18, I don't think the under 18 has a short channel. They only have the normal one. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start ripping things from Reacts and see what we got for today. Last week we started with our short form content and got that cleared out, and then moved to long form content. This week we're doing the inverse. We're going to be starting with our long form content, and if we don't have enough, which we should, but if we don't have enough, then we'll move into short. My brain turned off for a second there. Could you tell? All right. Alrighty then. Oldie but a goodie. Down in the bayou. This is for cryptic. All right, well, we want to go see. Anyone want to go see Zen's ass? Looks like we're going to see Zen's ass. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought that really matters, but that is good to know. Okay. God, shit looks so professional. God, I'm good at what I do. Sometimes. All right. Now I just need my shit to work on both things. You know, it's kind of funny looking at. So the channel, this is Zen's channel, but instead of putting my new 3D model, I'm referring to, you know, Zen actually puts in their own name, which I guess when you quite literally make a name for yourself, you can do that. So that's interesting. Now, can I do... Oh. Okay. Oh, too big. I'm making chat bigger on my end so I can actually reply to people. All right. All right, here we go. I don't... Banana, wrong chat, buddy. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, because
Chips, please not the spray bottle again.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, because I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Zen being in 4K.
For just joining.
You know, it would be great if I could hear shit, wouldn't it? Actually, do I need to make it so you guys can hear stuff too? I do. All right. I didn't fix stuff from yesterday. So we were both deaf. Wonderful. Now you guys know what it's like to be me.
All right, let's...
Dude, getting so caught off by that TTS. That is not Zen's voice. All right. The real questions.
Welcome in everybody for just joining. All right, let's see. Whoops.
See, I don't know how I feel about Zen having an AI voice. I feel like Uncanny Valley with this. No, me no likey. Yeah, it's a little too close to a real voice, but not close enough. And it's very far away from TTS voice. It makes me not happy. It makes my brain not happy.
Watch this.
That was a really cool animation. I'm over here in the dark. I have no idea who Zen is. Zen is a Zen's a long-term VTuber? Long time VTuber. First time AI use. No, I don't know. Fucking the meme voice would be better. Oh, I don't know about that.
All right. Look at that. How the hell did you freaking manage to do that, dude?
Blend shapes.
freaking voice sound effect. How did you do that? So
Oh. That's actually a really good question. There's no way he didn't have someone like work with Zen to get her voice software to change. There's got to be a toggle on her voice software or something.
if I do this, listen to that. Listen to it. Listen to it. Hold on, is how I'm sounding right now. But then if I do this, it has a bit of an echo. I have no idea how it's doing that, but that's actually kind of insane. All
That is really cool. I don't know if that's the right effect to use though. Personally, I feel like unless it's meant to be a microphone within the helmet, but if it's meant to be coming from the ears of the viewer, like if it's meant to be on the side where we hear it, then it should be muffled. But having it echo, again, unless the mic is meant to be on the inside of the helmet, but then if it's not quite EQ'd right because it would sound like, okay, so if you pull a microphone away from your face, like, right here, I'll do this, you ready? If I pull the microphone away from my face, now this is a dynamic mic, so this doesn't quite do it because as I get closer, it balloons, like it has a specific effect since it's a SM7B. But if you pull the microphone away from your face, you'll notice that the low range disappears. But if you pull a microphone more closer to your face, you can tell the EQ in general does change. So my brain is either expecting something where the microphone feels more present to the mouth, or hearing Zen from this perspective, which would be blocked by the shield. It is cool. Don't get me wrong, it is cool. But it's just not perfect.
right, so let's take a look here. Shall we?
I bet Zen sounds like Mr. Krabs when she walks.
Let me see if I can put the light
Jesus Christ, that ass.
here.
Zen sounds like Mr. Krabs when she walks.
Let me see if I can.
I was looking for, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually legitimately looking for jiggle physics. I was not looking for any other reason other than jiggle physics. I wanted to see if there was colliders or physics within this model. I don't know. I think this is an Unreal Engine 4 model. Damn, it's like red balloons. Yeah, it really is. So like, hang on. I wanna see.
Sounds like Mr. Krabs when she walks.
Let me see if I can put the light
I don't
here.
see it. Oh no, wait. There it was. Hang on.
Mr. Krabs when she walks.
Right
Let me see
here. Okay, between here and the next like couple like quarter second.
if I can.
There it is. That's such a perfect emote to use at this time.
Put the light here.
Yeah, don't worry about the tracking,
I'm
guys.
dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, goodbye. What about my hips?
Jesus Christ. It's just, I mean, it's very Zen, to be completely honest with you. If you've seen Zen for more than 10 minutes, you know the type of model she uses. And yeah. The modeler understood the assignment and just went fuck it full bore. Jesus.
UV, stay strong.
As
But
you guys can
roleplay is
see,
not
the
allowed
details
here in
are
this chat.
4K.
I've got a band.
It is actually really good.
Stay strong.
As
But
you
ro-
guys.
So like this is a very interesting thing because this comes down to maybe the presentation software. For example, there's like Warudo, there's VNAN, there's obviously Unreal Engine, stuff like that. And so in this particular, it's a game engine, so my brain immediately goes to like game textures and stuff. You can see the UV mapping for the, I think it's UV. UV mapping is reflective mapping, right? Just like light mapping, if I remember correctly. You can see the light on the hip here. I don't know how well you guys can actually see it. But there's a light that's on the hip here that is reflecting off of, not reflecting off of a hexagonal pattern. And it's really fucking cool. That's nice to come back to. Hi, Homan. It's really cool. I like the amount of detail that's gone into this. I mean, obviously there's 2 balloons bolted to her chest. Like, we can see that. But I'm talking more about the textures, meshes, and UV maps. I can't see shit. I'm literally on 60. Oh, well.
Details are
Sorry.
4K.
I've got a ban you for that. And
Better
grab the
lighting.
Zen knife
There
as
you go.
well. Zenterwicked.
Yeah,
think
it's really
it's
good.
this one.
Thermometer and I'm cooking a huge brisket. Can you help?
That's so cool.
Your abs routine.
Can she actually grab it?
Now, and I regret.
I actually don't know if she can legitimately grab it. Oh, she has 2 different chats on her stream right now. Now, this could be in post edit over here, where they removed they took Twitch chat and put it on the actual video, but I'm not entirely sure. Just 4 balloons. Yeah.
Not a single penny. I'll push
Was
hard
that
to
good?
become someone as cool as you. Zentero.
I'm gonna
Holy
poke you
jiggle.
guys. Hold on. On guard. Okay. Poking. Oak.
Was looking forward to celebrating 16 months.
Did you just call my head fat? I know where you
What?
live. Die.
I can't, dude. The voice is throwing me off. The voice is throwing me off so hard. I don't know
Then
what it is about the voice, but it's just it's so uncanny valley. And like, so what is soft? So what soft is for 3D VTubing? Oh, so I just went over. No, it's not VTube Studio. No, it's there's a couple of popular ones, Vnan or Vignan, I actually don't remember, and Warudo. Warudo is the one that I used. But also literally Unreal Engine. Like, you can have, oh, thanks for the pets. You can have Unreal Engine tied into the actual software to live stream on. And I think that's what she's using right now. I think she's actually in Unreal Engine. It's a really good model. I don't know. It's a really good model. Like, technically speaking, like on a technical level, it's a really good model. It's just so different from everything. So adding on top, and now that's the thing, is like Zen's kind of always evolving. Like Zen, for the longest time, 2D to 3D to TTS to better TTS to AI TTS. Like, Zen's always chasing a better stream. And like, I respect that. I get that. I do the same thing. But in doing so, you can kind of end up at a spot that feels weird, and the AI voice feels weird. And maybe it's specifically the pitch, because I'm so used to hearing the other voice and saying that Zen, that hearing this particular pitch being higher than what her normal pitch is like throwing me off.
Can you show us your
Hey, doing, Dano?
legs? Want to admire the details that are on them.
You just freaking want to see the legs, dude. Oh my god. Here. What do you want?
Wait, that's actually really cool. Oh wait, yeah, doesn't Zen not have actual legs? I don't know Zen's lore. To be completely honest, I have no idea what Zen's lore is. But that's kind of cool for me to like not know the lore and just be like, yeah, I don't get it.
Is this what you wanted? Really?
Toaster legs. She doesn't have feet. God, what does this remind me of? What does this remind me of? This reminds me of... Fuck. No, not that. There's a game. There's a game that I played. Hi, Heinz. There's a game that I played that was many, many moons ago. And it had a model that used these types of legs. And I don't think it's a Warframe, but I could be wrong. Chicken legs! Chicken legs. I think it could be Warframe, but I'm not sure.
That's some highly advanced
Ghost Runner, maybe.
chopsticks. Can you help
Ha!
a brother out?
I knew it, dude. I knew it the moment I did that, dude. Somebody would say something. What are you gonna say next? Let's go to KFC. Wait,
Hey, Zen.
we don't need to.
I opened a
We
bottle of
already got
Ramonade
it.
today and had to think of you.
Wait, that's so cool. Wait, that's so cool. Wait, that's dope as shit. See, this is one of the reasons why 3D VTubing is so fucking cool, dude. You can do, like you can do, it's so immersive in the way that, hi Turtle. It's so immersive in the way that you can put everything in there. Like, do you guys remember when I did, it was a while ago. And I think you guys were there for it. I did a stream with my old model, and I had an over-the-shoulder camera set up just like this that was looking at a computer screen that I had Firefox projected onto. So you were essentially watching me watching the video, like over the shoulder. Nothing compares to 3D VTubing in this particular aspect. You just can't. Like, you can't compete having a whole extra fucking dimension. You know? It's so cool.
Yes, I can see you guys. I can very much see you, yes.
That's cool.
Very cool. You can even
So
see
cool.
the pores on the face, by the way. Or, I guess, sort of. So, there's the whole suit. Yeah, the textures are actually kind of insane. On this...
Hang on. So I'm gonna be in the way. There we go. So because I love my artists, and I think all artists and all of their work, they deserve to get credit for it. I'm gonna go ahead and move out of the way here. So the 3D modeler is Leosaurus Rex on Twitter. You can see that on the screen. They have done a model for Zen before that was a fan model that they shot over that's unused. So I think this might have been more of a commissioned model, more of a maybe potentially rights or legal reasons. So this is a guess. I don't know. But I think that she must have actually worked with him to get the rights to use the model and a bunch of other stuff. And then the rigger, which like props. I'm not exactly sure how the model and rigging got set up separately in the sort of FBX other space of VTubing that's not within Unreal Engine. I know a lot of the 3 modelers are also the riggers as well, but apparently this one has a different rigger, and that's Baffler. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to move out of the way and give them props. If I'm doing React content, I might as well, you know, call out the people who actually did the thing.
Yeah, the textures are actually kind of insane. On this one, I can go ahead and...
Hello?
The texture and detail, actually kind of crazy. The armored jacket is pretty sick, actually. Other details, of course, insane. Look at that.
Hang on. There you go. I don't know if I can find a frame here that's not motion blurred. There you go. That's pretty tight. So like you can see there's a hexagonal pattern on the actual armor itself. You can see the wear pattern on the armor. It's really cool. Someone's fingers bled making this 100%. Dog, would you react to music? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, 100%. You can, yeah, if you think of something and you think it's cool, you can send it to the React channel. It can be pretty much anything. Obviously I'm going to have my bias towards the VTubing stuff because that is what I am a part of. But if there's music, then, I like music. Yeah. What? Bit of a problem. VODs and also doing the whole thing about the website that shall not be named right now. So DMCA is a thing. I'd have to turn it off to VOD / the other site. I can do it, but it leaves some people out of the loop, basically.
Details, of course, insane. Look at that. Look at the freaking details. Dude, my God.
Yeah, my
I know
God.
the eyes was something that they were trying to figure out a lot.
That's really cool. I personally, and maybe they did try this and it didn't work, which is very high likelihood. I would have done circuit board traces in the eye. I would have pushed for yeah, I probably would have pushed for a PCB style underlayment and then used a crap ton of traces over on top of it. It might not have worked because overlapping traces don't have depth. It would have looked a little more flat. But I feel like if I had the idea, that the artist had the idea. So I'm not an artist. You know, there's nothing that is going to pop to my mind, especially when you work on something for as long as it has been. There's a high likelihood they probably came up with the idea to use traces within the pupil, no, iris. That might not have worked out, but I would have loved to see it.
A lot. I know the 3D artist was trying to figure out how to do the eyes. He kind of freaked out when I told them about the power buttons. And then, of course, the next issue was the hair. Hair was one of the other hard parts to figure out.
Zen,
How to
you
get
are
to the
phenomenal
glossy
in
but
every way. You
realistic.
work so hard.
There we go. Sure to check out everybody at their respective channels on
Yeah.
Twitter. Did an amazing job.
Oh, I love that. That's great. I love that. I love that even within the video itself, it gave them a call out, so I didn't even have to do that. But yeah, that's really cool. I mean, ultimately, I got used to the change in the voice, so like probably just knee-jerk reaction. But overall, a lot of the work that probably was put into this, and it came out great. I mean, obviously, you know, it is what it is, but I do think it came out really good. It fits Zen's brand. It very much so fits Zen's brand. It's a 10-net cover of a video game song. Then it should be okay. Especially like video game OSTs, I'm normally probably totally fine with. Like if people have games that they really like and they want me to react to game OSTs, then for the most part, I think we're fine.
Can you show us your...
So that's super cool. What's up next? Also, does that change? Wait, hang on. Huh. I wonder if that's a thing the creators did. Like if I go to... Let's go to pop-up mod. Let's see if this is different. Sorry. It is different. Oh, they do get to pick their colors. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Bethesda is beyond incompetent. Hey, wait.
This video is sponsored by War Thunder.
Holy 50-minute long video. 2 weeks ago, 1.7 million. Okay. All right. So, potential thoughts on a 50-minute long react. Two react streams. We'll grab some more. We'll grab a geek. I'm gonna leave this tab open for now. Oh, hang on. My Firefox is apparently... Oh, it's not doing the thing. 1 second. We good now? All right, looks like we're good now. I mean, we can go over time by an hour. It's not cooking, so it might be safe. Yeah. All right. Oh, man, dude, I love GEEGA's videos. This is so good. Hey, GEEGA honestly feels very very close to how I feel about streaming and stuff. I feel like I don't know. I feel like if GEEGA and I got put in the same room, we'd just basically be an echo chamber, which would be super funny. But yeah, I feel like GEEGA and I share a lot of the same viewpoints on a lot of stuff. And she's so smart too. She's actually super smart. I like, maybe this is gonna sound mean, maybe not in the way of mathematics, I don't know, but every time I hear her talk, she normally at least once catches me off guard or gives me a new thought to think about. You know, like when it came to Twitch stuff or management stuff or business based things, she always has something that I haven't thought of that is just really good. So yeah, I think Giga's super smart. And I love listening to her takes about stuff because she seems really level headed and very capable, basically. It'd be like the feedback loop when you put the mic up to a speaker. Yeah, exactly.
I want to talk about my break and what that was like. Outside of getting work done that I need.
It's a fucking disease, dude. It's a fucking disease. So for those who might not have, so for those who are like, dog, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, okay, I want to talk about my break.
Okay. And then literally the next fucking sentence.
And what that was like. Outside of getting work done that
It's the same. Dude, I'm telling you, if you're a streamer who's actually like trying to push, right? If you're somebody who's legitimately trying to make maybe not even a career out of it, right? Maybe you're just trying to do it to get some extra income on the back burner because you have a part-time job, whatever. But if you really start getting into the weeds on shit, it's like you just don't ever stop. Like I was looking into I was recently looking into what it would be like to try to write off a certain percentage of square footage within the tiny house to label as work. You know what I mean? And I started realizing I legitimately work for a majority of the time I am awake. Okay, so let me clarify this. If I am on Twitter, I am working. It is a way of being within the social sphere of the VTubing, whatever, right? I have had business opportunities in the form of income happen because I was on Twitter at the right time, in the right spot, talking to the right people. If I am on Twitter, I am working. If I'm on Discord, to a degree, I am working, maintaining a communication within my community, maintaining a presence within my community. If I am streaming, I'm obviously working. If I am on my computer and I'm doing anything related to the book, I am working. I am constantly, almost always working. To sit me down and tell me not to work, it almost doesn't work because I can't stop my brain from doing it. Streaming is literally my life. Bye problem. Oh, you've been here. Streaming is literally my life. I'm back. How is everyone doing? Hi, Fennec. We're doing good. Streaming is literally my life. If I am not doing something related to streaming, then chances are I'm doing something related to building a structure. You are fun when you aren't working. Your brain just doesn't stop working. I get it. It's a lot. Yeah. So I was looking at writing off a specific square footage within my structure as office quote unquote space. And then I was like, if I always am working all the time for like 10 hours a day all over the place within the structure, is the whole thing count as an office space? Because like, I just always am working. I don't know how to, because I'm not trying to be facetious. Like, I don't think I could run off my bed because I spend more time sleeping in it than I do working in it. But the rest of the building, if I'm always working all of the time, there is no leisure time. It does not exist. I'd count the room where your PC is in as the office. Everything else doesn't count, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the problem, though. because the PC is on the first floor. The room, air quotes, is the entirety of the first floor. If I'm in the kitchen and I'm making food, I might be on a call doing work. I might be on Twitter still doing work. It's funny to think about, because if the percentage of time within the area is high enough that the area is like, if the percentage of time within the structure or the area is working, then it can be written off as work. Right? So this is where shit gets, yeah, then because you got a tiny house. Yeah, this is where shit gets weird. Because if I spend most of my awake hours working, then everything within the structure is classified as an office space. I just happen to sleep in it. You know, like I wouldn't count the upstairs, because the upstairs is where I'm sleeping, so I wouldn't count that out. But the second I go downstairs, dude, it's like, it's fucking over. I'm doing something related to work. Anyway. So the reason why I brought this up was because I was like trying to figure out where I work, how much I work, yada, 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 what can be written, used as a tax write-off. I started realizing that I don't ever stop. Even if I'm not at my computer. I've done research in my bed on my phone, right? I've done research for looking up software, or I've done research for buying things where like I'm working because I need to buy things for the setup and doing research on those things. Like, even if I'm not at my computer, I'm not disconnected from streaming, right? Or I'm thinking about, what am I going to do for the lore? How am I going to work the lore? How am I going to write it? When am I going to write it? How many pages am I going to do? Like, it's always there. It's always in the back of my mind, and I can never get away from it. And that is when I realized that I need to take a forced break and not think about anything related to working. That didn't work. Work is starting not to become a fake word. That didn't help. No, it didn't work because I didn't stop. I took thinking about work all of the time for the entire time I'm awake, and I brought it down to 8 hours instead of the whole time I was awake, which helped. I spent some time just relaxing in bed and watching YouTube shorts for hours. Is the first floor physically divided? It's not, right? It's just a giant open plan. Yeah. Then the whole room is your office. Yeah. It's everything that is in the bathroom is basically a single area. So yeah, you're gonna have to apply rules to your billing hours. Yeah, exactly. So if you're a streamer, okay, so the point of this is this all comes around to, if you are a streamer, the likelihood that even though you are not actively streaming, the likelihood that you are still working in some capacity is significantly high. So to hear GEEGA go, yeah, when I took my break, I got work done, and I'm just like, that's not a fucking break. I mean, it is, because you could say it's a break from streaming, but it's not, because you haven't stopped working, so it's not actually a break.
I needed to get done, and doing like IRL stuff that I really needed to do.
That is kind of a part of the break, though. The fact that we work so much that we get to a point where we just like, oh God, how do I explain this? We work so much that we get to a point where we neglect the things we have to do in real life because our brain is so preoccupied by streaming work that you legitimately, oh, pot meat kettle, you legitimately
It's
have to
almost
set time
for
aside.
payment using your eyeballs.
You have to set time aside to actually be a human being and do real life stuff. Jeez. IRL maintenance. Yes, that's a great way to put it.
I got the viewer experience, right? So I got to not be a streamer for like 3 weeks, not really doing content, doing other work.
Holy shit, 3 weeks? I don't know if I could do that, guys. That's dangerous for me. Me specifically, that's dangerous. Because that is too long of a break. That is long enough of a break that, like, I would get severely disconnected from my job. And it would be really hard to come back. I don't think I could ever do 3 weeks. I think I would have to, I think at most it would be a week. And I would still have to maintain some semblance of like presence on the internet. For you, a couple days break is a lot. It really is. Hi, Kate. Her social relationships, yay. And that's the thing, is like, that's why I'm here, you know? Transitioning into a different person, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here, right? That's why I stream like every day but Wednesday, is because I like doing this. I like streaming. It's fun for me. Yeah, it's work. Don't get me wrong, it's work. There's more work outside of streaming than it is in streaming. Like this is the performance, all right? This is me being on a stage with a hat and a cane, doing a little dance for everyone, putting my hat off my head and like whatever, right? This is dog doing the dance. The second like the curtains close, I gotta be the stage crew, I have to be the director, I have to be maintenance, I have to be the organizer, I have to be the manager. Like the second the curtains close, everything behind those curtains needs work and development. So that the way the next time the curtains open, there's new sets, there's new costumes, there's new this, that, and the other thing, right? So this, what I'm doing right now, is one of the least intense, you know, barring special events, one of the least intense parts of my job. Drained, still sick, constant migraine, and struggle to breathe. When was the last time you took your blood oxygen level? Also that.
You know?
All right.
Streamer for like 3 weeks. Not really doing content, doing other work, you know? Watching things.
I love this background. This background looks so good. Sorry, dog's still in 2.0 phase. I really want to get a nice background for 2.0, and this is hand drawn and hand animated. Like you can look at the fire in the background, and it just looks so good, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and double check how the how this is doing. This seems hang on 1 second. Go live. All right, cool. Sorry, I was double checking on something else. All right. Go to the doctor. You were sick every other week. Yeah.
On social media and on whatever sites as a viewer. And I feel like...
Okay, so I'm gonna back this up so I can let her have a fucking... get a word out without me interrupting.
So I got to not be a streamer for like 3 weeks. Not really doing content, doing other work, you know? Watching things, interacting on social media and on whatever sites as a viewer. And I feel like everything went to...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
At the same time, people are whining so much. I think they're totally valid about some things.
Jesus Christ. I love the chat box just being like, it's this wide. Huge ass emote, name completely vertical.
But my God, they're whining about some other shit that I'm like, this doesn't... I know it's not the suffering Olympics, but this stuff pales in comparison.
Okay, hang on.
Watching things, interacting on social media and on
3 weeks
whatever
ago,
sites.
something. Yeah, when did this come out? 2 weeks ago. Okay. I didn't want to get my head in the right space.
As a viewer. And I feel like everything went to... At the same time, people are whining so much. I think they're totally valid about some things, but my God, they're whining about some other shit that I'm like, this doesn't... I know it's not the suffering Olympics, but this stuff pales in comparison to some other things. And I genuinely was like, I hate this. I would open Twitter and I'd be like, I don't like this, and I would just close it.
Oh, dude, Twitter's awful. Twitter's awful. Here, you guys want to do another speed run? So for those who don't know, every now and then, and by every now and then, I mean this is going to be the second time. Every now and then what I like to do is I like to open Twitter and I like to go, how quickly am I going to get one of three things? Something hyper sexual, something drama farmy, or like or just baity in general, or something that is just like awful news. One of those three things. All right, so here, I'm gonna open up Twitter right now. I'm gonna go to my For You. And let's see what we get. These are people I follow, so it doesn't count. Someone I follow doesn't count. So the first thing that I get is the free run drawing. People trying to draw free run from below, which is actually really interesting. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Jesus, what the fuck? Another one. Another one. Okay. The second one that I got that wasn't related to this, with a calling all VTubers thing, which has something related to free art, so that's a thing.
That's
and then the
such
last
I
one
know. Your eyeballs pay for dog's food though.
is somebody quoting. So it took, I'm done, by the way, it's done. The speedrun is over. It took me 3 tweets that wasn't either the free run drawing or somebody I follow. Which is man keeping, quote unquote man keeping, is why more and more women are done with dating. The text is from Vice. It says managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings that he won't share with anyone else. All of it unpaid. Basically, the girlfriend has to be the therapist, which was quote retweeted by, are you fucking kidding me? Doing this for my husband is my honor and pleasure. So 3 tweets. 3 tweets before I got something that was basically shitting on men. That's how quick. That's how quick it happens. And it's basically that non-fucking stop. Because everything that is an algorithm is completely designed to keep you on the platform. And apparently you fuckers can't get enough of terrible things and interacting with it. Unlike GEEGA, who, well, I also do the same thing. I'm not blaming you guys. I do the same thing. I scroll past it, or I try to say I don't want to look at this.
Genuinely was like, I hate this. I would open Twitter and I'd be like, I don't like this, and I would just close it. I would open Twitch and I'd be like, what's this chatting streamer talking about? And they're like, the TwitchCon situation. I'd close it.
Damn, she'd love my stream. Guys, how many times I've talked about the TwitchCon situation? Once, maybe twice. Because I try, okay. My key value that I try to maintain when we're not doing reacts, so it's a little bit different when we do reacts, but my key concept, my key concept that I try to maintain as a streamer is that people are here to escape the bullshit that is reality. During react days, we kind of get shunted back into reality because people want me to look at things, want me to have opinions on things, and that pops up. Most of the time, I try to avoid talking about those situations. I try to avoid bringing them up unprompted because a lot of them just suck. And like, people come to watch me because they don't want to fucking deal with that. So if it's prompted in chat, most of the time I'll give a response to it and then move on. If it's a react day, then I'll give a more intricate response for the purposes of like, well, this is exactly what this day is designed for. But yeah, like, my job as a streamer is to be entertaining, helpful, and like make you smile, not make you roll your eyes and go, God, not another one, and then leave. Ads: Funko Gillette twice, which is weird. Car insurance, a bear bonnet, Christmas trees, which is valid. I don't even have time to see my biological family, never mind a holiday to Europe. And yes, Twitter is awful.
I would open Twitch and I'd be like, what's this chatting streamer talking about? And they're like, the TwitchCon situation. I'd close it. I open YouTube. So TwitchCon happened. Close it. I was like, holy f, people are so annoying. They're not wrong. They're not wrong at all. I'm not disagreeing with people even. It's just, yeah, it's like the news, like where you can't escape it.
Is.
That was the thing. I don't.
Yeah, it's 100% like that. Because unfortunately, that gets views. That's exactly why the news is the way that it is. Do you this is humanity's fault, by the way. We live in a society. This is humanity's fault. We are biologically trained to look at negative things in order to survive. We are biologically trained to notice negative things and interpret negative things more frequently and be more attached to it in order to survive. because we don't care about Jimmy Two Shoes who got graduated good with smart degree from local college. No, we care about the dude who fell down in the river and broke his neck and died, because now we know that that area is dangerous. And I'm 90% sure this has been proven, because there was supposed to be, or there was some sort of like positive only news outlet that got like no attention, got like no engagement, no views, nothing, and they eventually had to shut down. This entire thing just revolves around the concept that human beings will always gravitate towards negative bullshit, even if it's fabricated negative bullshit, right? Even if it's negative bullshit that is not actually that, like, I stubbed my toe, right? You know what they do? They go from I stubbed my toe to the design of this table lends itself to injury, click my video. And it's like, yeah, I stubbed my toe, but there's major problems with this table. These manufacturers should be disgusted with themselves. How could they put this table out with this style? Look at these feet. This is so obvious that people would trip over this. I bet you hundreds of people, like, they take stubbing their toe and blow it into this whole fiasco about now the company is at fault and they deserve a class action lawsuit. This is all of it. The bigger they can make a problem, the more blown out of proportion people can make a problem, the more clicks they get. And it just, I fucking hate it, because not only does it drive it out of scope, not only does it make it way bigger than it actually needs to be, it also makes people react to the situation in a way that mirrors how drastically blown out of proportion it is. You know what I mean? Like me talking about this table thing, I make a huge uproar about it, and then thousands of people reply with, oh yeah, I stubbed my toe on that too. Well, yeah, no fucking shit, dude. There's 300 million people in the United States. 1% of that would be 3 million people stubbing their toe. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking awful. And people farm the shit out of it on platforms because they just want to, they don't even want to do work. They want to ride the coattails of famous people. They're fucking the VTuber equivalent of paparazzi. Ah! Hi, Dash. It's just, oh, you people suck. I hate them. Do it. Get a job. Go be an entertainer. Stop leeching off of other people. Ah. I hate drama farmers. I hate drama farmers so much. And they don't care. I'm gonna move on. They don't care. They're like scammers. They just don't care.
Dislike what people were saying and the fact that they were talking, because it's a platform, you can talk, right? But I, in the viewer seat, was like, wow, I'm so tired of this.
Yeah, you literally can't get away from it. You literally can't get away from it. Hi, darn it. No, I see you. I see you. You can't get away from the drama that's in the VTuber space. You just can't. Half of it, okay. Okay, maybe not. But a lot of it is oh, thanks for the gift of sub. It's okay if you just want to hang out. I don't speak Spanish. Half of the VTuber space is just sex or related to sex appeal. And then like 25% of the space is good things in entertainment, and then like the other 20, the 50% is definitely drama. It's just awful. It's fucking terrible. And it just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Welcome back, Mobius. I just can't get away from it, and people keep engaging with it, so it pushes it farther. Sometimes it's good, right? Sometimes things need to be brought to attention. You can't be a regular without a sub. Yeah, you goddamn right. Some things, by the way, for those who are curious, Darmet, the one I said hello to, is the first person to have ever sent a message to the platform that shall not be named. I officially have gotten my first ever non-Twitch user comment, because Darmet doesn't exist on Twitch's side. Darmet only exists on the YouTube side, and this is my first ever stream to that platform that I keep tripping up and naming. This is my first ever stream to that platform. So the first ever chatter on YouTube, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. It's been 3 months of no ad knowledge segments. Congratulations. I just wanted to put that out there just because I think that's kind of nifty, and that Twitch chat might enjoy that. Yeah, you can try to sniff them. They might, like, I have chat on the other platform. Close, Darmet, not Garnet. I have Twitch on the other platform, like the chat, so like they can see chat. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, so you just can't. Mobius. Yeah, you just can't get away from it, unfortunately.
Like, I wanna, when it's time for me to seek it out, go seek it out, learn what happened. Okay, close it. Time to go back to my regularly scheduled stuff that I look up or I'm seeing on my feed because I just want to be entertained. I'm gonna open various sites and I want to have a good time. But instead, I was opening all these sites and it was nothing but everyone else.
Yeah, there you go, you got it.
Complaining, and I was having a bad time, and I was like, holy, I don't care.
Oh, dude, GEEGA is so real. I feel so bad that my first impression of her was that fucking Dan Clancy interview. She's so much smarter than what they let her show off, and it's so fucking real, dude. Like, I want to go watch, and I can't keep going off on this. We have to,
you know, I care about the brass tacks.
I feel like I'm at an exam. Hey, if you stick around for long enough, maybe you'll learn new words. I believe in you.
Of these things, I care about the core issues, and those things change.
You can hang out, dude. If you can't understand well, you can scroll on if you want. You're always welcome to hang out, man.
Whatever, but I was like, I don't care to be inundated. Like, I've already heard about it. I already have formulated my opinion. I don't need to hear about it 20 times after I've done that.
Yeah, but the algorithm.
You know what I mean?
But like the algorithm.
So I was just like, wow, this is so annoying. But again, I think it's important to talk about these things at the same time. So I wouldn't tell people don't talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, this is awful because this is the situation that you run into where if someone does a bad thing, hi Fen, if someone does a bad thing, then they need to be called out for it. If you do a bad thing, if you actually do a bad thing, you know what I mean? Like if you actually do a bad thing and you're actually a problem, and it is safer to inform people to not interact with you in some capacity. If you actually do a bad thing, then you need to, that's, it sucks to suck, dude. You need to be called out on it. So like, you can't suppress people talking about drama because sometimes the drama needs to be discussed. But at some point, people are just fighting over the same breadcrumb. Like, they're all pigeons. They're all pigeons trying to get the same fucking piece of bread, and they're all fighting for the same piece of bread. And then there's just thousands of fucking pigeons, dude. There's just everywhere. There's just pigeons everywhere, and it's like you're constantly getting shit on. Yes, I see the bread. Thanks. Leave me the fuck alone.
I think it's just the
one time I didn't hold the door open for someone.
way these sites are formatted, the way the UX is, they've made it like really impossible.
Just for saying something because I feel I can't understand you. Nice avatar. I'm feeling so cringe. Nah, you're good, dude. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
To escape a lot of this stuff.
Also, hell yeah, I could use the animated version. Yes, you can.
So I'm like, dude, ugh. I think I saw so much of it because normally I'm streaming, okay? So I spend less time looking at Twitter and watching YouTube videos and like just seeing people talking about things. So I always feel way more disconnected from it. But then being a viewer, I was like, wow,
oh, dude, it's
everywhere.
Awful.
Holy you know?
Yeah.
You're saying only unemployed people care about this? Pretty much. And again, there are some situations.
I need to double check something real quick. Give me a moment here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Sorry.
Where there's something really
Good night, all. I go to sleep. I am tired as fuck. Fen. Oh, wait. Are you When are you, sorry, I didn't mean to catch you before you go to sleep. Are you going to be home now? Are your 3 weeks up or not? Or is it later? What are we watching? We are watching GEEGA at the moment. We're doing our react thing for our Sunday reacts. We also, the channel you're currently watching, by the way, Darmit, is my VOD channel. So this whole thing will be in widescreen form on my VOD channel a week from now. Thanks, Mobius. No, I'm still in my 3 weeks. However, yes.
True and real.
Hang on, let me back up. I'm waiting for Fen to reply. Oh, I need to plug my phone in. Thankfully, I now have a fast charger. My new phone's coming in tomorrow. What a freeze frame. Because of the going boom boom in somebody's hands, they gave us the last 2 weeks off. Wait, really? Wait, so you were supposed to be there for 3 weeks, and because of the issue, they were like, "Yeah, we're just not going to deal with this. You guys can take you can take the last 2 weeks and just go home." Wait, so are you just on a 2 week vacation where you're getting paid both by work and the military, and you just get to sit there and not do it? Wait, are you? Wait, is that real? I think you were replying yes to my other thing. Are you working right now, or are you on like a 2 week vacay? Oh my god! Wait, that's awesome. That's so cool. I'm so happy for you. Damn, dude. Nice. All right, that's all I want to know. Go ahead and go to bed. Thanks for hanging out.
Unemployed people care about this pretty much.
Yeah.
And again, I always feel way more disconnected from it, but then being a viewer, I was like, wow, it's everywhere. Holy you know?
Yeah, it really is.
Only unemployed people care about this pretty much. And again, there are some situations where there's something really true and real to be talking about. Like the whole anywhere thing, I think is a great topic, and people should talk about how they
leave from here. You're really funny, I guess, but like I can't understand all the senses. Good luck. If I get better at my English, maybe I'll be here again. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, totally. You're always welcome back. Hey, learn the English and then come hang out and be like, I was here before I knew good amounts of English. I'm not sure how much of this you can understand. Let me simplify. Thank you. Goodbye. See you soon. Okay. I would stay longer, but I was out for 6 hours drinking and I'm tired, so I need to sleep. Enjoy the stream, dog, and chat. Bye, fan. Have a good sleep.
On it. I'll say right now, real simple, my thoughts are, hey, it's unsafe. I don't think anyone should go to that con if they...
Yeah, there we go. So, this is the whole thing. Like, TwitchCon definitely blew up. One thing. Yes. Oh. Well, it broke again. Yep. I don't know if it's VTuber Studio or Tits. But I will relaunch it. Stream software. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and update. Let's see if they manage to fix it. Or this update is going to break everything even more. Oh boy, 5,000 FPS. Oh boy, full screen. All right. Give me one moment here. Why is it so big? Hello? Settings? (1920 by 1080, please. Thank you. Oh, and they have a YouTube integration now. Nifty. Why? Okay. I don't know. All right, we're back. Why is it so big? Shot. Oh, wait. Yeah, now it works. Unfortunately, the other platform can't see. I forgot to do the other one, so was it? Nope, I don't remember. If you guys can remember the "I was taking my pants off" quote exactly, then I will add it, but I've already forgot.
Don't. Well, my thoughts are, hey, it's unsafe. I don't think anyone should go to that con. About like the whole Emiru thing, I think is a great topic and people should talk about how they feel on it. I'll say right now, real.
Okay, so here's the thing about this. Okay, here's the thing about this. This, I think. Why did that go in twice? Why did that go twice? Whatever. This, in my opinion, is. I think it compounds really hard because I think this hits the VTuber space twice because A, it's a Twitch thing, right? And B, VTubers within that space were also having issues at the con. So not only did every streamer have to deal with the whole TwitchCon thing opinion as an entirety. Oh, did you both put in the okay, I see. Not only did the TwitchCon have to put everything in an entirety as a stream, like within the streaming community, but also there were other issues with VTubers. So not only did we as VTubers have the drama, good night, Fennec. Not only did we as VTubers have the drama from the actual event, we also had the drama from the Twitch staff just straight up throwing out gifts. So, yeah, no, TwitchCon fucking sucks. And what pisses me off more is that I told, I'm gonna keep this short for obvious reasons that I just talked about, like, 30 minutes ago. I think that Emiru is pursuing litigation. Twitch shit their pants. I give it the super love. Twitch shit their pants and decided that, oh no, we don't want to go to court over this. We don't want like a court track record over our misbehavior within cons because, spoiler alert, this isn't the first time they've misbehaved at cons. We'll work on settling out of court. And I saw that apparently Twitch has been agreeing to do things for Emmy, and I'm going to be absolutely livid if Emiru doesn't pursue litigations, because this is the time that it needs to be done and a precedent needs to be set. Because right now, not only is, I don't know if Dan Clancy has gone to the congressional hearing already or not. I don't know when that's planned for. But also Amazon straight up having to fire employees and like a bunch of other shit. Like Twitch is really not doing too hot right now. Wasn't it TwitchCon that one streamer broke her back? Yes. 2022? I'm not sure the specific date. It was either 2022 or 2024 at one of the booths or one of the people who went to the convention, one of the, not sponsors, but companies that had a booth there. There was a person who fell, you were supposed to like fall off into a foam pit, right? But it wasn't a foam pit.
Hello,
Hi, Fox. It was a foam covered concrete floor. And it was 2022, yeah. And she fell off and landed on the concrete floor going through the like single layer of foam cubes. She's slowly starting to walk again. Yeah. I would have immediately, because Twitch is responsible for the people they host. You know what I mean? Like if you buy a building and then invite a bunch of people to come do showcases within your building and somebody gets hurt through one of those showcases, you're responsible. To a degree, both of them are, the booth runner and Twitch, but you have responsibility. And the fact that like I didn't see that I know of any prosecution against Twitch is insane to me. I don't know if they settled. They might have, but dude, if something happened to me at Twitch, I would not settle at all. No way. Don't care. I am pretty happy with my life as it is right now. Things are going okay. You couldn't buy me out with enough money. I would be so spiteful, dude. And I really hope Emmy doesn't settle on this, because it's gonna be really bad for everyone. She didn't do a lawyer because she wanted to focus on her recovery. Yeah, as an individual, that's really tough. That's really tough. Whoever designed that is a dumbass. If you're going to do some dumb shit like that, at least put the gym mats they used to break people's fall, you know, the blue ones I had at school. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, if they didn't have to go through an approval process for Twitch to say, yes, you can do that within our floor, like, yes, you can do that on our show floor, then like Twitch has less responsibility. But if Twitch had to sign off on allowing them to do that, dude, it is 100% their fault.
Simple. My thoughts are, hey, it's unsafe. I don't think anyone should go to that con if they don't feel safe. That was handled so poorly. Everyone should be outraged.
Yeah.
Right? That one's like, sure, that makes sense. I too am a female streamer. You know what I mean? That absolutely. There's other stuff where I'm like, why is everyone commenting on this? That one.
DashCon, that's what I was thinking about. Fest. Oh, you were comparing it to it. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That's
the first mistake was letting a PR person design a pillar fighting arena.
This is the thing that bothers me too.
Yeah.
Someone's very real awful situation, someone's very real, non-dramatic, like real unsafe situation is everyone else's drama, which is so annoying.
I don't agree with that. I know where she's coming from. I don't think those are the right words to explain it, though. Hi, autistic person being semantic. I think what she's describing is that her situation getting blown out into the public, and then everyone in the public using her situation to their own advantage for the sake of growing their following or whatever. Yeah, that's shitty. That's always going to happen. Emiru is a public figure. So when public things happen to public figures, it is in the public eye, and the public has a right to talk about it. You know what I mean? And I think that's fine. I do agree, if GEEGA means in this particular instance, people just taking what happened and writing, piggybacking off of it or coattailing it to try to get something out of it, that's shitty. Using someone else's circumstances for your own benefit is shitty. To a degree, let me clarify. If you're using Emmy's situation as a means of discussing the instability or unsafeness of TwitchCon, that's valid. If you're using Emiru's situation to basically tofu it into something you can use to twist it in a way to try to get viewership off of it, that's shitty. No one should be benefiting from someone else's problems, right? That's just not cool. That line, though, that line is very much so up to an individual. Some people might think any talking about the situation is using it to their advantage to try to garner attention. Some other people think that up to a point and then doing it. So it's a bit of a fine line to walk here. But I do agree with the aspect of there's some really shitty people out there who just farm and farm and farm and farm. Like talking about it like 6 times in a week, making a new update video every single time a new sentence gets added to a doc. You know, like you can tell when people are using it for their own gains. And that is one of those examples of like someone releases a video minutes after it happens, and then 24 hours later with updates, and then 24 hours later with new updates, and then 24 hours later with, oh, it finally results. That is bullshit. That is farming it. That's shitty. Somebody who talks about it and then comes back a week later and talks about it again, and then that's it. Like, yeah, people are going to talk. You can't really do anything about that.
That's how I felt with
she's connected to those whose situation better only themselves that twist. However, they understood. Yeah, exactly. Only bold claims on the dog channel. Well, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. We're just building a library for when dog gets famous so that he can get called out like 10 years later when the standard of what acceptable has changed. Hell yeah. Fucking cancel me. I don't care.
like all the VTuber
But I'm a journalist. Yeah, exactly, Punchy.
implosion and everything. That was like my real situation I was going through along with the other members.
Oh, dude. My heart goes out to you girls. Like, I don't ever think they're ever gonna find this. You know what I mean? Maybe one day I'll come back and I'll be able to point at a VOD and talk about it. But like that whole situation is a fucking like well in the middle of a forest levels of dark. Like, first of all, it was one of the most popular, if not the most popular, NA VTuber groups. Second of all, the reason for the implosion coming off of a kind of feel bad saying severely disabled, but let's face it, at least moderate to severely disabled person, right, had to come out in public eye to make a statement, which, I mean, I don't want to put words in Mousie's mouth, but like Mousie doesn't seem like a confrontational person. She doesn't seem like somebody who's going to go out of her way to cause issues for others, to cause problems for others, right? You forced somebody who can't go out in public, who has to get fucking plasma transplants, like, to go out and be the public figure that stands out and says, yeah, you stole donations from charity. And just there, like, there's so many third and fourth and fifths. Like, the whole situation sucked, and sucked in a monumental way for many individuals. And there's whole things in that situation we probably still don't know about yet because they're too scared about getting prosecuted by the guy who's now claiming bankruptcy. You know what I mean? Like, for the drama farmers to use that in it just, oh, it sucks. That's awful. Like reporters and people talking about situations, talking about it, like, yeah, that's fine. It's a big thing. It's going to affect everyone in the VTubing space to some degree. It's going to have ripple effects. Like, yeah, it's a big thing. But to be in GEEGA's situation, Mousie's situation, even Silvervale, because it was made clear that Silvervale was literally just straight up thrown under the bus by the company, and just absolutely trashed on and made her feel completely unsafe about going to any other corpo or reaching out or collabing at all because they essentially said they'd end her career. Like, this is like fucking cultist Illuminati bullshit levels of crap. Kicking people out of the company and just being like, you better not talk about us, or we're gonna go to every company that you could possibly work with and shit talk you so you don't work another day in this fucking like sphere. Like, that's actually very real and actually very much happened to Silvervale. The whole thing was dark, dingy, fucking, hi, thanks for the follow, bullshit. Straight up bullshit. And they had to go through this situation, live through this situation before it was ever made public. And then when it finally gets made public, you get like 25% of the people feeling bad, apologizing, wanted to help. And then 75% are just, how big can we blow this up? How much reporting can we do on this? How much can we attack people, right? This is like, this isn't, I'm not talking about people being curious. I'm talking about people who aren't even in the VTubing space going to VTubers and going, what happened? What happened? What happened? What was it related to this? And like, cause you know, they streamed and got inundated with a fucking plethora of new people going and asking them questions, be like, they're the soothsayer of the whole situation. And they, as that one individual, know everything that happens within the company. The whole fallout is not just what happened to them going public, but now they have to deal with random people they have never met before flooding into either their Twitter or their Twitch or fucking their Discord or through friends, right? Because the VShojo situation wasn't just within the VTuber sphere. That shit went far. That went like into the streaming sphere in general. So the personal fallout for these VTubers must have been awful. And then to have all this shit happen to you and trying to deal with your community, people flooding your community, your Discord, your own friends who now want to know shit because you've had to keep them in the dark too. Like, the whole thing is happening. And also, by the way, you have people absolutely farming the shit out of it and potentially trying to push so far in a direction that they're just straight up lying about things that happened. And you're sitting there going, fuck, dude, I don't want to deal with any of this. That whole thing happening, and one person, Mousy, has to shoulder the burden of knowing it's her fault. Because whether it's true or not, I guarantee you, Mousy had to sit there and go, I'm gonna end up shutting this company down. Not only am I gonna shut this company down, I'm gonna put all of my coworkers out of corpo. And I'm also gonna have all of my friends now have to deal with the fallout of the situation. Do you like? It is an insane amount of mental pressure that she didn't come out just on her own accord. She didn't come out just thinking about herself. She knew that if she went to the public with the situation she was going through, the company would fold and everyone in the company would be out of that job. They would no longer have access to the managers. They would no longer have access to company funds or company connections. She knew that when she came out, there was a very high probability she was going to put a company under. That's not easy. And to do that as a non-confrontational person is, it's unbelievable. People don't think critically enough anymore and put them in the shoes that they went through. So when it comes to GEEGA's situation, going through this whole thing and now also having to deal with people drama farming it or just straight up lying to try to get more views, like, what do? You're already dealing with a shit ton of stuff also.
JoJo implosion and everything. That was like my real situation I was going through along with the other members and staff. And then it was like everyone else's drama to farm. Holy that's annoying. It's just their content, right? So I'll be sitting there like updating my community on things because I'm like, hey, you guys watch me. I was part of this. You're tangentially, you know, related in a way.
I also love completely unrelated, right? I love the fact that I think she's looking at her own model on OBS while she's talking. Because why is she looking down here? You know what I mean? Like, obviously you guys know that when I'm looking at chat, I'm like in this direction, right? Like, this is me looking at my screen. This is me looking at chat. It's just very funny that when I watch GEEGA sometimes, her eyes are just pinned down here. And I'm trying to figure out in real life, she's got to have like 3 monitors and have OBS and all that stuff on her right monitor like I do. So like, I'm looking at myself. She's probably also looking at herself. It's just very funny.
So I'll update.
Because if you wanted to be professionally, like if you wanted the air quotes be professional, you know, you'd be like this, right? This is, I would be talking at the screen. I would never be looking at chat. But I have to look at chat because I have to look at chat to read chat to see what's going on while I'm talking because people want to communicate. They want to interact with me. So it's very funny that no one, like, not a lot of VTubers just look dead ahead and talk and reply to chat. Not that I'm aware of, but I don't know. This is like I work in this industry, so seeing other people do the same thing that I do is just funny to me.
You, but then it's getting like clipped farmed like by other people because it's their content. I'm like, holy, you know. And I feel like that's what was happening in this situation too. Everyone's talking about all like trauma around it, but really they should just be like, hello, I am a streamer and here are my thoughts toward the platform and what they need to do, you know. I don't know. Oh yeah, I like what you said, Private. I saw this too. You said Chris Broad's latest Japan video I think applies to a lot more than just Japan content. Rage bait. I think it ties right into what you're saying. Right.
No idea what this is. I have no fucking clue what this
is a
is.
good allegory for what I think happens everywhere. He was just focusing on that because that's his content sphere, is Japan content, right? I don't think people are
Anyone know what she's talking about? Can anyone fill me in with this?
always actively rage baiting. Everyone's passively rage baiting. And I felt that on this break really heavily. Real situations happen. They are seen.
Oh, dude. I hate with a burning passion that society decided that rage baiting was going to be a thing. I wasn't listening. No idea. That's fair. Thanks for the Facebook movie. I just, we could do so many things, right? And we can also decide to not do things. Like, you can engagement farm, sure. But did you have to do the shit that engagement farm that is specifically designed to upset people? Like, did we really have to go that far with it? It's about one video in wherever there was graffiti and the trash on the sidewalk in Japan is in a decline. Literally the next day, the trash was gone. Oh, I think I saw that. Wait, I think we talked about that on stream recently, on last week or the week before. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. No. So I watched a video. I don't know if this was on stream. I watched a video where some dude was calling out a person who was in Japan who was, it was one of two sides. Either they were saying that like it's in a decline, or that they were specifically making it bad, and he called them out. It was a man calling out a woman. He called her out on it, and she then updated it as a new video that she got called out. Yeah, we talked about it, I think. Okay, yeah. We live in a society. Yes.
And they're happening in real time because everyone's streamers, you know, in the sphere. And they are talking about their feelings on it, especially if directly related. And then everyone unrelated starts getting on their soapboxes and giving their 2 cents, like their words are like important to a
GEEGA, you need to be careful with that.
larger audience. Their words are important to.
Ah, okay. She backtracked, chat. She backtracked. She backtracked. We're good. We're fine.
People that know them. Everyone has their own little soapbox sphere, right? When you have something to say, there are people that should hear it. But everyone gets up there and is like, my opinion is so important in this reply, and blah, blah, blah. And they're all trying to dunk on people. They're all trying to farm something. They want likes.
Well, it's tough because you don't get to make the call on whose opinion matters. Like, I don't get to make the call on whose opinion matters. You know whose opinion matters? The people who the people who add to the conversation or have or a knowledge about what's going on. Like, that matters, and that doesn't need to be on a soapbox in front of a bunch of people. That can legitimately just be a couple of people, but they're an insider who knew the goings-on of Twitch, right? And they make a comment about it to like 4 people. Like, yeah, it's not a lot of people, but hey, guess what? Now what's going to happen is that one comment from that person who had inside knowledge gets blown out into the sphere and unlocks a whole new different thing. Like, and then you have somebody who has 10,000 concurrent viewers who's giving their opinion on it, and they have nothing to do with the situation. They have no relation to do with the situation. They just have a bunch of viewers. That doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? So it's not always about, and I don't think, I think, you know, I don't think Giga is saying this, but it's not just about how many people are seeing it. You know what I mean? It's about what it does for it. And everyone, the thing about it is everyone should give their opinions in good faith. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't give in your opinion with the sole purpose of trying to manipulate your audience into a frenzy, right? Everyone should give their opinion in good faith, because some people might have views or takes on the situation that might not have been considered, and that's good. That's fine. But some people just should shut the fuck up about it. I think stock is brokey because it's not going up or down at all, and I don't think I've seen stock adjustments message. It could be. Let me check. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we're having an issue. Hang on. Features. Yeah, all right. It's a WebSocket issue. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the bot. Give me a second here. Twitch. I need to figure out. See, this is where things get wonky. Is it the initialization for features? Oh, let me do this. We're having an issue with one of the chat per minute features that we have. And currently, oh man, I'm sure my log files are fucking huge. Oh, I can just comment out the oh, that's the stock market. I want to keep that. CPM. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do that. Thank you for letting me know. That's probably been going on all stream too, by the way. So sorry about that. Okay, we should be good. If you happen to see any other issues, please bring it to my attention. I'll have to go through that log file and figure out what's going on.
Or whatever. But everyone gets up soapbox fear, right? When you have something to say, there are people that should hear it. But everyone gets up there and is like, my opinion is so important in this reply, and blah, 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 and they're all trying to dunk on people. They're all trying to farm something. They want likes or whatever. You know, there's just like a lot of other ulterior shit in there. And yeah, everything gets in fight. Right? And I don't know, just kind of like not being a streamer for a bit and just watching everything. I was like,
oh my god, yeah, that's where we started. How long have we been doing this? It's been an hour and a half, and we're 5 minutes through this video. Dude, I swear to God, nothing gets me talking more. Like, more consistently, I have not had any other content creator get me yapping as hard as GEEGA's videos do. Every single time a GEEGA video ends up on stream, I'm just fucking... My pet's moved? Oh, yeah. Because we removed some of the stuff in the redeems. The animalese for the sensors, yeah, it's pretty good.
So much. So much. Yeah, nothing wrong with people giving opinions, but it's the way they do it, the amount that they do it, the amount of feelings they have toward it when people don't treat their opinion as super important or gospel or something. I'm like,
I kind of feel a little bit of bias here. Do you guys feel like there's a little bit of bias here? Do you guys think there's a little bit of a chip on her shoulder for for this? Like, don't get me wrong. If I was in her situation, it would be worse. I think GEEGA is currently like her opinions and her on the matter are quite good. I would not be this nice, but I can definitely tell that she's been the center of some things that has caused her to take a pretty hard stance. Yeah, and honestly, it's not unfounded.
oh God. So again, I'll talk about stuff that like has to do with me tangentially or especially directly, but that's it. Or if something happens and it has nothing to do with me, but it brings up a bigger conversation, that's what we usually do. We're like, how does this apply to the bigger conversation?
Yeah,
right?
That can work.
But then we'll talk about that because that might actually be related to us or me or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. I felt very overwhelmed just being a viewer. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and the important you can tell she doesn't want to be nice, but she's being nice because it's expected. Yeah, I think she has do I have an otters emote? Wait, hang on. I'm gonna put that in the I need to ask about that. Hang on. Otters. There we go. All right. Sorry. The more you guys use emotes, the more I recognize how frequently, you know, people in chat might want you know, an otters specifically from my channel.
It's a lot. I felt very overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's the thing. So like, dude, viewers, there's almost like a couple of stages of being viewer. You have a hardcore viewer who's like in it, you know what I mean, who's just a part of everything and they know everything, but they're also kind of you got the Elmo Fire emote. In 7TV we have one. We don't have one in here, there you go.
Just being a viewer.
So it's almost like your viewers get not brainwashed per se. Oh, welcome back, bro. Not that your viewers get brainwashed per se, but that your viewers are going to be impacted by everyone. You know what I mean? And I didn't even really think about this. You know, like when shit happens in the VTuber space, I feel so isolated sometimes because I feel like people in my chat, my community, are like, meh, shit sucks. Oh well. You know what I mean? But as my community inevitably grows, right? Couple fire in front and back. Hang on, I need to see that for real. Wow, that actually looks really good. That actually looks really good. I'm not gonna get a thick. All right, I'll put it in the list. I didn't think about the fact that as your community grows, your community's sentiment, like your chat sentiment, gets moved by what happens, right? Oh no, when shit happens in the VTuber space, the regular streamers pick up on it. I've had full podcast or talk shows, episodes revolving around the genre. Yeah, but what I mean is more that your community being in the space, like because you're a VTuber and you're in the space, your community is in the space, your community gets affected by these situations, which means that the universal behavior of your chat skews in a way of maybe more people just get melancholy, right? People talk less and you're like not really sure what's going on, and that could be that, you know, that could only happen to 4 or 5 people out of the couple hundred that are in your chat, but like that still happens, you know what I mean? So I when I think about shit going on in the VTuber space and I think about my community, I almost feel like me and my community are like isolated, like nothing affects us. But that's not true. And I didn't really think about it to that degree, that people within my space might have emotional reactions to this sort of stuff and affect them in that way. And I just was like, shit. The community of those that I watched were very equally outraged. So I guess I have good streamers I follow. Yeah. It's just weird to see drama or things that happen online and have to go, fuck, how's my community dealing with this? You know what I mean? Like how I get it, Pudsey. How is this news going to affect my people? Right? Like I don't have I would say
time for dogs
that like I don't have
eyeballs.
People who are tight knit with me like they are with me with a popular streamer that I know of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have anyone in my community that I know of who's like, yeah, I have GEEGA on call, or I have Papa Mutt on call, or like I can just message Froggy or Zen, or you know what I mean? So because of that, I feel like if something happens to them, the impact isn't as severe, right? But if I get bigger and I start doing collabs with, you know, people who are more prevalent within the space, and something happens to them, now it's way deeper affecting to my community and actually going to affect how stream goes. And I never really thought about that because I don't have that. If I say that out loud and I say that towards, you know, a streamer who has a larger community, it's obvious, but like my brain just doesn't process that for me.
I don't know that, because we usually do. We're like, how does this apply to the bigger conversation, right? But then we'll talk about that because that might actually be related to us or me or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. I felt very overwhelmed just being a viewer, right? I felt really overwhelmed, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
this
because you
is
can't
how
get away
everyone
from
probably feels, you know, when they're just trying to like follow streamers because they enjoy that style of content, but then a thing
They
happens,
talk about it.
It just becomes only about that thing.
Yeah.
So it's rough, man. So I don't even know if the frequency has increased or if the algo is just promoting that content more.
That was a good nap. Nap whisperer. Oh, glad you had a good nap.
I think it's a
Holy shit, it's been 2 hours.
bit of both. I think the algo definitely on like every site, especially Twitter
Yes.
and YouTube,
Yes.
promotes that kind of
Yes.
stuff more.
Yes.
But I
Well, no. So the problem is that humans suck and that people click on tweets to expand them, not to comment, not to like, not to do anything else. But they click on the tweet to punch into the tweet to expand it, and it immediately flags that tweet as interacted with. Or they scroll and scroll and scroll and then stop scrolling, and that tweet stays on the screen for more than 15 seconds. It's flagged as interacted with. Right? So, because of that, even the light interactions, like that they can record based on the way the data is presented, they realize what's getting interacted with in some capacity, and they push that. The problem isn't necessarily the algo's fault. The problem is that human beings like interacting with that shit. If we interacted with other things more and stayed on the platform more with the other things, they would push that instead. It all comes down to keeping users on the platform. If bad news and drama drove people off of the platform, they wouldn't push it. But people keep interacting with it, so the algorithm picks it up. So like, I've done it too. I do it all the time. The problem is it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If all of the things that you get pushed to you are shit, then you're going to click on a shit thing, right? If it's not 50-50, then it's not a fair chance. If most of the things that get pushed to you are things that other people interacted with and it's all crap, of course you're going to interact with the crap because that's what's getting pushed. Like, you have to go out of your way to not interact with it and try to drive your personal algorithm to be more positive, and even then it still force feeds you other global algorithms. Hi, Dreamin'. Just here to chill. Hi. Human is great. A member of the pillar, a member of the community, a pillar, if you will. A brilliant mind, even. A Brazilian mind.
I don't think it's the algo always trying to directly promote that stuff. On some sites it might be, but
The truth is the game was rigged from the start. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's more so that people content farm it, and more people that had normal channels about something specific, an interest or whatever, more and more of them have started making clips or videos talking about whatever drama of the week there
Dreamin'.
is, and that kind or videos talking about whatever drama of the week there is, and that kind of, you know, it works. People get a lot of views from that. That becomes their livelihood, you know, like.
Yeah, and the problem with that is it is the news. You know what I mean? Like, a great example of this is I watch Flats. I don't watch Flats streams. I don't really engage with Flats' like random Overwatch or random Rivals games very much on YouTube. But I use Flats as a barometer for what's going on in Rivals. I use them to figure out what's going on in Overwatch. Flats is the news guy to me. Like, that's what he does. He talks about the topics. I don't give a shit about the games. I don't play the games. I just used to have investment in the games, and I'm curious about what's going on, right? And so that's what happens with a lot of other people too. Some people are like, some people don't work in the VTuber space, or some people don't watch the VTuber space, but they still know of VTubers. They still want to know what's going on. They don't ingest the content. They used to be around, or they can't be anymore. They're just trying to keep up, and they look for the news for that for the VTubing space, and that platform that people develop for that news gets mostly driven by shitty things. So, sometimes it's good things. I see, you know, I think it very much so depends on, is it a pure drama channel that does only drama news, or is it people like, hey, this person had this debut and that was really cool, this had this happen, this had that happen, right? Yeah, it just sucks.
Ads suck, I know.
When it's
your
pulled out of
eyeballs
context.
pay for dogs' food though.
I get why they do it. I don't like it, but I get why. And
Yeah, Swap, I'm pulling out, I'm reducing a lot of the redeems down as we start getting closer and closer to 2.0 to clean up.
you know, it turns into positive feedback. Now they should keep doing this. Something that kind of sucks, and one of the reasons I think we're like this on the internet, is it's definitely the Wild West. There's a lot more control on like standard TV, for example, right?
Yeah,
and
that's true.
obviously there is good and bad, because that means it's controlled by certain people.
You getting rid of pet? No, anything that's on there. A lot of the things that's on there are probably going to stick around. A couple more things might get pulled off, but I did my initial clean for the things that I'm like, the stuff that is there right now has passed the quote unquote first phase. If I do a second phase, I don't think I'm going to do a second phase, but if I do a second phase, a couple of things might go, but not more than like 2 or 3, I don't think.
People or certain groups.
We're keeping the cheese, right?
with their
Yes,
own
we can keep the
interests.
cheese.
But the positive of it is, when there's a TV channel, let's say you're watching TLC, there are people that sit down in a room and consider their viewers, consider their regulars, and getting new people in, and they make a content plan for their 24-hour channel schedule, and they decide what shows can be
Nice.
on, they decide who gets to host those shows, etc. And those networks then can also pull things off the air if
Yeah, but the problem with this is that, like, God, how do I explain this? The network televisions are like websites. You know, each website can decide whether or not they want to push something, right? Don't you dare take Skrunkle Boy? Yeah, Skrunkle is definitely getting removed. Sorry. Or it's getting massively increased in price. If it doesn't get removed, it's getting severely increased in price. Again, brand identity is important. So like, or it comes back as a model that is specifically my model, my 2.0 model in a Skrunkle type mode. So like that particular one might leave, but I can get a new one that is like that, you know, is my design, but horrifically maimed. But yeah, so like the drama farm, right, of the real world, the drama farm in television is just the news.
a person is running a show and they
We'll push brand identity first, then we can play with them later. Yeah.
don't like what that person's saying, they could pull that person off the air. That could be really bad, but there are also a lot of situations where that's really good, because on the internet,
It'll take a
you
good
don't
3
really have
months to get everything together. Post debut for Skrunkle, it'll take a bit. Skrunkle depends on if I can find somebody for it.
have a lot of that control.
The drama farm reality, yeah, that's another good way of putting it. I didn't even think about, MTV and reality TV is the drama farm. It's mostly staged, right? It's mostly staged. It's mostly not real. So like, no one really gives a shit. of the people who are on it. Some maybe, but it's mostly exaggerated. And it still exists, but yeah.
Troll. I think platforms should exercise it more. They tend to do, like, you know, on Twitch, for example, they do really short bans for a lot of things, where I'm like, I think they should do this a little more like TV networks, where they're like, you're off the air, boom, kick them out. You know, like, they should.
That's the bias coming through. That is 100% the bias coming through. You can't really do that. I mean, you can. Like, if you want to, you can, but the problem is that your livelihood depends on your PR. Most of the things on the internet, most platforms on the internet, their entire livelihood revolves around their PR. And if people start hearing that Twitch is doing permabans for, like, kind of mundane crap, no, like, oh my god, dude, it would be on fire. It would just be on fire. Like,
probably exercise that more so that they don't get a bad rap from having certain people around, etc. But you know,
I mean,
the
yeah,
platforms are so, they're so slow to take action. But on TV, those networks are really fast.
well, they're slow to take action because the people that you're banning get them the most amount of money. No, like, do you know the Hassan issue with, like, the dog and the shock collar or whatever? Right? That whole thing, if that was somebody who had an average viewership of like 100, that person probably would have gotten permabanned. Right? Like, this is the problem where you can't get rid of people because your platform literally depends on them existing to make you money. Right? So what do you do? What do you do? You know, you can't get rid of your golden goose, or gooses, your golden geese. Like, you can't get rid of them, because if you do, what happens if they move to YouTube? You know, what happens if they go off platform and take users off platform? Like, yeah, you can kind of redistribute maybe their viewership amongst your platform, but when people leave, you know, or people get banned, people stop trusting your platform. They don't want to interact with it. Like, the normies are like, no, I only watch Twitch for this one dude, and now he's not there, so I'm just not gonna watch Twitch anymore. You know what I mean? Hi, banana. So you can't ban them. Instead, you ban other people for no reason, like Mother V3. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's awful. The whole situation of everyone under 1,000 viewers is disposable. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep your general population in line by heavy-handing all of your like mid-level, your high mid-level streamers, right? But not your high level streamers who you keep letting get away with shit because, oh, well, if we ban them for too long, we lose literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Like, I'm not joking. If they ban somebody who's one of the biggest streamers for 30 days, they lose like 2 or 3 paychecks, yearly paychecks in a month. These people make so much money that in 1 month, oh, well, no, okay. It would take a couple of months for a single paycheck because I just redid the math, but it's still a lot. If you got rid of someone, you might end up having an employee who can't get paid, you know, depending on how tight the stuff is. And so they never will.
Has to take action. I think that's the big difference I'm realizing. And there's good and bad with both, for sure, again. But
no, what you need to do is you need to do it on the back end. You know, make your 70-30 split tied to whether or not your channel gets actioned against. So you want to make more money on Twitch and you want to punish the streamer, you turn off their 70-30 split. You make it go back to 50-50. Sorry, you got actioned against. You're no longer eligible for a 50-50 split for 6 months. That might, you know, deter some behavior because they're now losing like 20% of their sub income or something like that. But, you know, the viewers don't see that and Twitch gets more money from it. Like, you need to do something that hurts the finances of the streamers on that platform to keep them from doing that, because as it stands, getting rid of them off of the platform and viewership as a whole apparently isn't doing enough. I don't know.
There's a lot of, like, moderation feels really, really slow reactive on people, which
The fact that when Pirate Software had to prove that he was a ferret rescue was his, the ferret rescue was his when they banned it, and how quickly it got removed because of how much money he pulls in is a testament to this mentality. I apologize for naming another streamer, but it is relevant. Yes, that's fair. It is relevant. So it's fine. But yeah, it is absurd. It is absurd how the income determines how long you get actioned against. And there's nothing Twitch can really do about it. Or the model that they built makes it so they can't punish the people at the top.
we've always felt this way. I've always talked about this. But then when I look at like television, if someone gets on air and they're kind of down a slippery slope and like they keep straying from what the show is about, right? If it's supposed to be like a show about animals and this person keeps bringing up like drama content, right, relating to this stuff, the people at the network are going to be like, hey, buddy, don't forget what this show's about. Don't make us scripted for you, you know, right? And they keep the show being what it's supposed to be. And there's a lot of quality control. I think that's really.
Yeah, except that doesn't really happen either. You have a show director who pitches a series and gets funded for that series and gets a contract and gets to make whatever the fuck they want for a duration of time, hands over the video footage, and they have to air it. Like, I don't think GEEGA knows about the inner workings of television. I don't really either, to be completely honest with you. I just have some knowledge about specific shows and how they get approved for broadcast. So like in the animation industry, right, you get a certain, like, you get approved and then you write. Now, I don't know how the payments come through, right? Because a lot of the times, as far as I am aware, a show or a company will pay to have a certain amount of episodes be produced, right? And once they pay for that and they get their product back, I don't know what they can do other than just not airing it for that and then not re-upping it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have an incentive to be good enough about it so you get rebought, right? Futurama is a great example of this. Futurama has gotten passed around so many fucking times. But the quality control, it's just the channel that airs it. You know what I mean? And yes, we have internet monopolies. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a bunch of different types of YouTubes, right? We don't have a bunch of different types of Twitches. We don't have a bunch of different streaming services or social platforms, right? Like, television is the internet, and TV channels are the websites on the internet. We have like 4 different TV channels that we have the choice to flip through. You know what I mean? So like, when your live streaming content is literally Twitch or YouTube or third party that shall not be named, because I hate that platform and I hate that it's even relevant enough that I have to acknowledge it to some capacity. So your primary two are 2 different platforms, Twitch or YouTube, and YouTube has barely become a competition for streaming. And it hasn't really picked up until the last couple of years. Other platform. So like, what do? You know? Like, as a viewer, there's nothing you really can do. It's pick your poison and shut up and watch. You get the, I mean, you can just choose to not tune into the channels, but
the quality control. They don't usually have to pull a person off air. They often just have to like redirect them and be like, hey, reminder, you know, this is a show about this thing. We're on Animal Planet, you know, like keep it to this. And that really helps.
Well, it's because it's a job.
That be the way it's supposed to be.
You know what that is? That's a corpo. That's what a corpo does. That is exactly what a corpo does, actually. When you're a VTuber and you're an indie VTuber, you can tell anyone to fuck off. Because you don't answer to anyone other than the platform you stream on. But if you're a VTuber who has a contract with a company, that company can tell you, no, you can't say that. And then you have to go, oh, okay. Like, it's free will, basically.
We don't really have that on the internet. People just post whatever, and people consume whatever, and the algo pushes whatever based off of what is actively getting views, and there isn't really a manual, like, person picking videos or picking streams and being like, this is what should be pushed up here.
Because if we had that, that dude would be bought out so fucking fast. We're talking not millions of dollars, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars buyout. If you had one person in the seat with all of the levers to change what got pushed the algorithm, oh my God, dude.
I think occasionally there's a little personal touch, but not a lot. And you know, it's done this way because it's supposed to be the Wild West a little bit. It's supposed to be very open and free.
Just
and
got
I
a
think
dangerous snack. What'd you get?
with that. But now I think recently we're seeing the negatives that come about. We're seeing.
Man, I don't know if maybe GEEGA wasn't on the internet for very long. Hi, I'm a bit of an old dog. I've been around for a long time. I first went live almost 10 years ago on Twitch. I first edited a video 17 years ago. That was the very first time I ever edited a video, or 17 or more, right? It has always been like this. The difference is that we're creating new bubbles. Like, there were very, 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 very many forums online. There was anime forums or gun forums or like boating forums, or like there was many online sites that had distinct social bubbles, and they were all small and separate from each other. And much like soapy bubbles on water, eventually what happened was everyone started congregating, everyone started converging, everyone started getting together. We ended up with Facebook, and then everyone started doing Facebook stuff, and then we got, or no, MySpace, sorry, we got MySpace, and then people started doing MySpace stuff, and then we got Facebook, and then a bunch of people jumped on Facebook, and then we had Reddit, and then Reddit arrived, and then we had Reddit, and then YouTube launched in like 2006 and 2007 of a visual presentation platform where now all of the text from all of the other places could be put in video format. We started just coming together, and while that happened, drama and bullshit and paparazzi was everywhere. It's not really new to the internet. It has been around for a while. It has been around in magazines. It has been around on newspapers. It has been around for longer than the internet has ever existed. So, like, yeah. It's existed. We are just more readily exposed to it.
There's a lot of good with that, but now I think recently we're seeing the negatives that come about. We're seeing.
I will say, to her point, it is currently more monetarily incentivized to be this way post-COVID. Post, like, all right, everyone go on the internet. It has severely gone downhill. It's always been around, but it has severely gone downhill post-COVID.
The opposite side of that scale tip a lot. It's just
chocolate covered almonds. Wait, why is that dangerous? Oh, because it's delicious and you're gonna eat all of them.
Both kind of format. There's a lot of good with that, but now I think recently we're seeing the negatives that come about. We're seeing the opposite side of that scale tip a lot. It's just interesting because both kind of formats have their big positive.
2005. Yeah, I think 2005 was. That seems a little earlier. Did they get bought out by Google in 07? February 14th of 2005 was when the domain name was activated. The first public release was in May of 2005, and the official launch out of the beta was in December 2005. Okay. Yeah, so it's a little bit earlier than I thought. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I said 07. Oh, it's because when I started playing Call of Duty. Never mind. Different marker in my brain for a different memory.
Scale tip a lot. It's just interesting because both kind of formats have their big positives and their big negatives. And I don't think there is a happy medium between the two that's perfect. I think there is no perfect way to do this, because whenever you want to control stuff more, well, who's in control? And when you want to control stuff left, well, now it's like getting out of hand and there's no control, right? So it can be really difficult. But I don't know. I just
Here it is. Here it is. You ready? Here it is. Here it is, chat. Orange County Choppers started off as a build show and then became a reality drama, snowballing into the reality TV we have today.
look at like Twitch, for example, I look at YouTube and I kind of compare it to how most mainstream media has been with TV and everything. And I'm like, okay, I see the good of more control on TV and the bad, right? It's just interesting. It's interesting. And yeah, there is too much content to be manually reviewed. Absolutely. Something that they could do is they could make little networks and they could pull people, let everyone keep streaming, but pull some people and put their show on a quote unquote network style thing. And they're.
They tried. They tried, actually. They tried with the slow-mo guys. They tried with fuck, hang on. Vsauce? Was it Vsauce that started having videos locked behind like paywalls? They tried, oh god, this was like 7 or 8 years ago. I think. They tried having YouTube Red. That's when it was, when was YouTube Red? Because that's when they started trying to do like YouTube shows. I forgot that happened. Yeah. 2015 was when it was released. It was rebranded as Premium in 2018. So, oh god, that was almost a decade ago. Oh no. Oh god, no. Okay. All right, no, that's fine. No wonder why people don't know, dude. Oh, no wonder why people don't know that this shit happened, man. It was a fucking decade ago. Yeah. Yeah. So like GEEGA's like, oh, they should just make like shows and they should just make like, you know, they should make like restricted content that's like very, you know, managed by the network or by YouTube. I'm like, yeah, they tried doing that. Yeah, they tried. It was called YouTube Red. And it lasted like 4 or 5 years before they realized that people weren't buying any of their shows or any of their content. Yup. Yeah, they tried. Remember 24 years ago. It was 24 years ago. I'm gonna go cry now. I'll be back. God. Yeah. And no one watched the shows. Exactly.
Could be some curation. Yeah, there could be some curation here to maybe positively boost some others up, which we kind of get with the front page, but I don't think that's done UX wise the way it, you know, I'm talking about. That could be done, but you know, that requires.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could push people to the front page. You mean like the baby fur? A baby furry that did fucking irreparable damage to the furry community because the one dude who like everyone in the furry community doesn't like got pushed to the front page of Twitch, and everyone, every furry that is either kind of furry like me, you know, but don't really talk about it that much because it doesn't really matter. Everyone who's like that to, you know, publicly furry there is a collective face palming groan and cringe when we found out that that dude got to the front page, because it was literally everyone going, we don't own him, we don't, nope. Because a lot of the fetish furry, the baby pampers, it was an infantilization. It was basically for furries, it was basically the not moe, the lolicon. That's what it was like. And no one I know was cool with that. And when you do shit like that, it puts everyone in the community in a scope. It's like, dude, why? Yeah. Cub, yeah. Just, there's no, I don't know if there's a manual review process, because that dude actually legitimately got disciplined, not banned. Okay, can we talk about that a 7-day ban isn't a ban? Is that just me? Is it that what I like? A 7-day ban is not a ban, it is a suspension. If you get banned, it is permanent and indefinite, and like, or intent to be indefinite. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a ban, it's a timeout. Yeah. When somebody says banned, it means you are no longer allowed on this platform or in this space for an indefinite amount of time. The ban can get lifted or undone, sure. But like, anything that is not indefinite is a suspension or a timeout. Like, I hate 7-day ban. It seems oxymoronic. I'm unfortunate enough to know that cub does not equal diaper fur or infantilism, and they aren't mutually exclusive. Yes.
Requires lots of money and personnel. So, yeah, that's a nice thought, but you know, money and personnel always. The thing I really realized on this break is, from the viewer perspective, I was like, man, the stuff I'm being fed actively by different algos, whatever, sucks. This.
Yeah. Because I'm in this space too. I'm not a really big consumer of VTuber stuff. I try to support my friends. I try to go around and watch, friend streams and stuff like that. But I'm not a real like, oh yeah, I'm into this. I'm gonna watch this on my time off and pick up random things and yada yada. Like, that's not what I do, right? This is my job. But I will say, I definitely feel it. When I'm on Twitter or I'm on YouTube or whatever, like I can feel the general sentiment of the space. And okay, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but VTuber Twitter is a completely separate thing to VTuber entertainment. V-tweeters, yeah. Try it? Oh my god. Yeah, so VTuber Twitter is so much its own space. You know what I mean? You can do something dumb, you can say something dumb, you can have something dumb, and like you could catch fire on V-tweeter, right? But when you leave that platform and you go to stream, dude, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me, but I personally, anecdotally feel that fucking half of the people that spew shit on Twitter don't actually ever show up in streams. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't, dude, I don't know if I've seen a single person. No, that's not true. One person, and it's Maple, that I can remember off the top of my head. I've had one, maybe two people show up to my streams from Twitter and like actually stay and engage. That whole platform is another platform. You know what I mean? It is a whole set. It's like getting, like, we've talked about migration statistics of getting people from one platform to another, getting people off of Twitter and onto Twitch who don't already use Twitch or, you know, actively use Twitch is so small, right? I think I found you here before Twitter. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, you know, if you're an entertainer, if you make video content, if you exist to do this, then it is so separated from the bullshit that happens on Twitter. Jack manhandles me into this cult. I saw that. That was kind of dope though.
Content sucks all over the sites, various sites, not just Twitch, not just YouTube, not just Twitter, like all of them. But when you actively go and seek out content yourself and you curate it yourself, there's so much good content that does not suck, that is not being pushed to you. But there's so much out there. There's so many creators creating good things. They're not talking about the drama of the week, or they're bringing up briefly in a meta discussion and then they go into the game, you know, whatever. There's so much of that.
And it is really nice if you go and look. If you don't, like, it's really annoying because we talked about this at some point on stream with the whole fucking TikTok UI. These platforms are almost trying to take away your autonomy in finding people, because they would rather piss you off but have you be on the platform than have you be happy on the platform for half as much. It was just luck that dog was coding at that day, because if he wasn't, then I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind of luck of the draw right now for me. And there's really many really cool and really amazing people who are buried under the shit heap that is the shit that gets interacted with. He's just fine because I'm not smart enough to interact with this topic. It's fine, buddy.
Hello, imbecile.
Hi, Gwen. So yeah, like, yeah, I agree with you.
Just have to seek it out for yourself. So I spent, you know, last 3 weeks curating,
playing games,
right, and just finding good channels.
Hi, Gwen, how are you?
Finding my own kind of UX, my own methods of how I want to use these sites so that I find good stuff, and that's been helping.
Oh man, that was an abrupt end. Like, I get it. We had the thing, but yeah, I yeah, there's a lot of bullshit in general. There really is. There's nothing we can really do about it. There's really not. I'm EP. Oh hey, yeah. All right. Well, that took like 2 hours. Well, I know what this VOD's gonna be about. Yeah. GEEGA videos get me yapping. I think GEEGA has great takes. Oh, the dodo? Yeah, you know what? Sure. Let's watch let's get a palate cleanser, shall we? Let's get something nice. I don't like that TikTok previews on Discord are images of the thumbnail with the fucking play button. I refuse to visit the site out of principle because of it. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, don't even get me fucking started on the fact that you literally are not allowed to play anything on Instagram unless you're in the app on mobile. Nope, I'm out. Oh, you don't like sharks?
She's almost
He's a shark
like
puppy.
a big Labrador retriever that wants love and affection constantly.
Look at the puppy.
Always the same exact, reliable, gentle giant.
You can listen to it.
In late 2001, when she first started showing up at Tiger.
Yeah, but isn't thalassophobia like deep ocean? Shark? No, human. No. Isn't thalassophobia knowing what's like? No. Hang on. Oh no, wait. All right, hang on. Problem can listen. Fear of large, deep bodies of water. Okay, well, we're in the shallow end. I just can't do it. No, you're fine, dude. You can listen if you want. I'll let you know when the video's over.
My relationship with Emma has grown exponentially every time I've been able to remove a hook. And so far, there's been 4 hooks. January of 2020 was the last time that I was able to interact with Emma.
By the way, guys, I'm sorry I can't make the video any louder. It's just that's just what it is.
Not realizing the pandemic would actually stop me from experiencing these encounters with her.
Can you imagine, like, oh, the pandemic hit. I'm not allowed to go underwater anymore. That's crazy.
I had absolutely no idea that sharks were affectionate creatures. A shark that I named Captain Ron swam into the area.
Okay. Hot take, I don't think sharks are affectionate creatures. I don't even know if they have the capability of feeling that emotion. Like, they're so old and so primal. Really? Well, that doesn't make any sense. All right. I was wrong.
Through its jaw, and I got this crazy idea I could.
I think they reckon. No, that's the thing. Is like I just looked it up. No, apparently they actually form bonds. Like it doesn't make any sense to me because their brains shouldn't be developed enough to understand affection and love. Like they're so old. They're older than fucking trees. Like they shouldn't have the capability of feeling it. But apparently, no. In scientific studies, not only will they demonstrate it, but they will also pursue individuals who they formed a bond with. Like, if you put a human being down with other human beings under the water, the shark will go towards the one that they recognize that they formed a bond with. No, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was thinking too. Like, I thought it was just us projecting. But no, apparently they form bonds with specific people and will seek that person out in the group of people. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what? That shouldn't make any sense.
Gain a sense of.
They shouldn't do that.
With the shark, so I could remove the hook. The shark loved having his head rubbed. Within 2 hours, I had
the corvids, yeah.
Removing the hook was a game-changer moment for me. These are, without question, sentient creatures that thrive on affection, which they've never had before.
Oh, wait. Maybe it depends on if the particular species of shark is like a pack shark or not. Like if they have schools. Because I know, okay. So let me explain. Panthers and lions are two very like different the brain systems. Like panthers are solitary creatures. They will actively refuse to be in company of other panthers, or they will be antisocial and sabotage things so that they can continue to be alone, right? Lions, on the other hand, are actively a pack creature. They form packs, they maintain packs, they understand what it is like to be a part of the pack and adopting people into their system, which is why sanctuaries with lions normally have their own packs, and lions will have members of the staff that they deem to be a member of their pack and show affection and lay over and like, you know, all of that. So if different sharks evolved over time where some sharks are isolated and do not have any pack relations, it would make sense for them to not have any fundamental understanding of affection. But if a particular species of shark grew up where affection was a advantageous emotion to have because it meant you could form stronger bonds within the pack of other sharks, it would actually incentivize the development of it. We could have wound up domesticating shark species like domesticated nurse sharks and lemon sharks. So looking at this, we could potentially have domesticated tiger sharks. Yeah, so Greenland would be right out as they are solitary. Right. So I'm wondering if, because these might be pack type sharks, if that they have the ability of forming emotional bonds with humans, assigning them to be a member of their school of sharks, essentially. And that what we understand to be love and affection is their survivorship bias. Like maybe they don't feel it the same way we humans do, but they express something that they feel that we interpret as affection, which maybe not is the same thing.
Beautiful creatures want absolutely nothing to do with us as a food source. The anticipation of having a
because I have seen sharks swim up to people and like bump them, and not in like a curiosity way, because sharks like to nibble for their curiosity. They'll just bump into human beings, which is really weird because they don't do that to other creatures in the ocean. You know what I mean? They're not just randomly bumping into other sharks, well, not that I know of, for hugs or anything like that, but they'll bump into humans to get them to express affection, and they will swim away, come back, and do it again.
Union with a wild animal that you've had a relationship for this many years is so heartwarming. We were there in the Bahamas, and unfortunately she didn't show up, but I was actually taking a break when
Where they wanted a scratch. I mean, yeah.
somebody screamed, "Emma is here," which woke me up.
I'm down there, and all of a sudden I see
Or are we moving, Coral? No, they have to wait. They know we're alive because we move like fish. You know what I mean? Like, they know we're alive just because other things that are like we have a
a
movement.
tiger shark coming from in the distance, and I could tell that it was Emma. The sharks can tell different boats apart, so I think she could tell that it was the shearwater there.
I mean, yeah, to a degree, like different boat brands, like they have different profiles, sure.
But she stopped like, "Hey, where's my friend? Where's Jim at?" I just got so excited to see her.
I proceeded to get into the water and have this beautiful reunion. She was the same exact shark that
You can tell it's blurred for the YouTube video, so they don't get, like, you can tell right here, for those who are on the big platform, that there's a blur here, so they don't get their video like not demonetized, but de-incentivized to be pushed into algorithms. I guess you could say where the watery coral is, in a sense. Steve, this weird seal with those weird fins on its back. I think I could get him to scratch that one scale off me.
all this time. It was as if no time had gone by whatsoever. I don't think there's another shark that even holds a candle to how lovable, how affectionate, and
Like right there.
it even holds a candle to how
So right here, when the shark decides that it goes back into the swimmer, instead of taking off and coming back, or instead of doing anything like that, this shark at this particular moment actively makes the choice
lovable,
to turn back
affectionate,
towards him.
and warm-hearted Emma is.
And now, like,
She
it's
leaves me
like,
speechless.
okay, now it's moving away.
I don't know that there are really words to describe what it is like to have a friendship with a wild animal like this. But it's extreme joy, heartwarming, almost tearful.
And you can tell that all the other sharks don't really care about him. You know what I mean? Like, all the other sharks are just kind of like, meh. And I mean, I don't know that for a fact. It could be, but it could just be that Emma is literally taking all of the space around him and just is the only shark that, like, I don't know. Do they get territorial with the people they bond with? Like, do they just like, no, this is my human, go away? That's cute. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. He's mine. Yeah, literally. This guy's mine. It's cute. I like that. All right, what else we got? This is our dog. Bag people stay away. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Give me 1 second. I got some interesting things happening in the Discord. We had 3 people join that all look like bot accounts, so give me 1 moment. I'm gonna take a peek at these accounts real fast. Or they could be, no, I don't know. Looks like they just hit all of the rolls. No, they left and came back though. Pariah, they live in the Amazon. Oh, piranha, sorry. The same. And then I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know that. I'm kind of like squinty, you know? Getting 3 wait, okay, if they're all at the same time, I'm banning all of them. Hang on. Friendly vlogs. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna kick. If they're real, they can come back. But 2 people joined at the exact same time. Nah, I'm not dealing with that. Thankfully, I'm small enough that I can just go pink, pink, pink. I saw 3 random people who have never, and the first time they came back, they got a suspected bot. They left and came back. So if they're real, they should have said something in the chat. Yeah. They all also got every single react as well that they could get for roles. So, nah. Nah, I don't believe it. I don't think they're real. We'll see if they pop back, but not sure. And that's the thing is, like, the awful thing is they literally I would feel really bad. They actually could have actually, oh no, they're bots. Never mind. They all have the same naming convention. They have a period underscore and then a part, like they have a first name, a period underscore, and then the second half of their name. So they all joined at the same time. So I'm actually gonna straight up ban them. So they can't come back. They seem like compromised accounts. All right. Sorry, I don't do with random members joining the Discord server who see not bueno. I try to protect the people in my Discord server as much as I can. Alrighty. Thor reacts. Detective Dog and get investigating the bots. Yeah. Yeah, they once I saw they all have the same naming convention as well as similar join times, and one of them got smacked with the suspected bot, left and came back, and then more joined. Yeah, nah. You can fuck right off. You got a problem, you can come find me on Twitch and say you got a problem. All right. Next up, let's watch Froggy try to math. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, problem.
Like,
We're off of the video now. We don't need to stick Pugsley on them.
If I were hypothetically
I don't think Pudsey wants another community she has to manage. Yeah.
like if I were
This is a very froggy stream, so buckle up for the chaos. Oh boy, 27 minutes, Jesus Christ.
if I were hypothetically with Harrison Ford as a partner, ignoring the age gap and everything else, if I had Harrison Gord, I don't know why. I just feel like if you're an archaeologist or a big brain person, you're probably really attractive. I mean, you got Harrison Ford. He was really attractive when he was in Indiana Jones. I know because my mom used to tell me. And then also, my mom is a really beautiful lady, and she was almost an archaeologist, but then she got pregnant with me, and I ruined her dreams.
Whoa, when did you give up on your dreams? How old are you? I was given a clear direction, maybe. Otherwise, I'm happy sitting at the bar and not serving at the bar. No, I think you do fine as a mini mod. Like a person within the community that can kind of like direct other people when they're doing shit to like, hey, maybe we don't do that. And I don't really mind that. But I have enough brain power that if people come to me for something, that I can deal with it myself. There was that thing that I talked about having a mod so that people don't go directly to dog. Of like, imagine if you will, somebody like Zentreya moderated all of her shit, and then somebody had to put in a moderation request, and now they're like, oh yeah, I have to talk directly to Zen. You know what I mean? There's no degree of separation. I apologize for my outburst. Even the shallow freaks me out. I can't go into the water at the beach because it freaks me out. So when I go in the, I say ocean thumbnail, I just kind of panic. Nah, you're fine, dude. What about, are lakes fine for you? Or is it just like the size of the ocean? Like, can you do like smaller bodies of water? Like, obviously not the Great Lakes because those are never ending, but. Yeah, it's whatever.
Kid, I don't think you can drink lava lamp. What does...
Dude, it's like fucking a flashbang with words. Really? What about a pool?
Doesn't it burn you? Doesn't it have like, isn't it like acid? And that's why it glows? It's like radioactive acid or something inside of the lava lamp? And that's why it's dangerous, is because if you drink...
Do not drink lava lamp. Do not drink lava lamp. It's just water. Nah, it's jelly.
You get rads and die? There's no way it's water and wax. You are lying to me.
No, actually, that sounds about right.
You're lying to me because I could totally...
Those are fine. Okay.
Wax. I could tank wax. And I drink water
No, you cannot. Do not drink lava lamps.
every day. It's just water and hot wax? It is?
Nah, I'm looking this up. It's glycerin. That's what I thought. Creatures in the unknown terrify me. That's fair. What's in a lava lamp? Okay. It's a mixture of wax and a special liquid, typically water with additives. Blend of water and chemicals. These chemicals include salts like sodium chloride and sometimes antifreeze or detergents to adjust the liquid's density to prevent the wax from mixing with it. Do not drink lava lamp.
Why can't you drink it? I feel like you could eat wax. Have you ever eaten? Do you remember those cheese wheels? And they...
God damn it. Can you eat paraffin wax?
It's almost time for dog's hourly payment using your eyeballs.
While a small amount of food-grade paraffin is not toxic, it is not digestible and can cause health problems, such as an intestinal blockage if eaten in large quantities. Do not eat wax!
They come with the red wax.
Really? Rivers too, huh? Even shallow rivers?
Wax, and then afterwards, would you chew on the wax? Not all water is potable?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God, woman. Not all water is potable. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't tell me or anyone else to not drink wax. Do you not drink the sea or toilet water? What? It's not sea or toilet water? Wait, is it salt water? Because you can't drink salt water, which makes me like upset because salt water is really delicious. Imagine if we could cook our food in salt water. You wouldn't.
Guys, I'm losing fucking brain cells. I'm out here actively losing brain cells. How long do we have on stream? Oh fuck, we have a whole hour. Man, the first 2 hours went by like nothing. Like the first 2.5 hours were like just gone. What do you mean I have to deal with this for another hour? No, wait, I don't have an hour. I have 46 minutes. It's technically less.
Have to add.
Also, for those who are wondering why I facepalmed so hard there, we literally cook pasta in salt water. That's like what you're supposed to cook it in. I can do rivers as long as it doesn't go above my knees. But if I see fish, I'm fighting. Really? Can't do fish, huh? Okay. Interesting. Those poor minnows won't know what hit them. Saltwater's really delicious. Horse ass comment right there, wanting to liquid salt. Yeah. I'm sorry, but laughing at your absolutely valid fear. But the mental image of a grown-ass man filling out a tiny half-inch minnow, I am so sorry. Well, see, the thing is like, it's a phobia because it's not valid. You know what I mean? Like phobias are irrational fears. So like, technically speaking, I don't think I have a phobia of anything. I might have a phobia of space. Oh, I had a nightmare for the... Oh my God. I had a nightmare for the first time in literally years. 2 nights ago. Apparently, I unlocked a new fear. I unlocked a new nightmare type. Dinosaurs. Kind of pissed about that one. But because I was hoping that it would just stay, you know, cosmic events and weather or nukes. But apparently, I unlocked a new nightmare fuel. Dinosaurs. Because when you're hiding in a tent and a fucking T-Rex smashes the inside of the tent and you try to leave and it picks you up on its face and tries to eat you, it's a little fucking scary. I will absolutely throw down with a fish the size of my finger. I wonder if it can work you up to that problem. I wonder if that's something where if you put a fish, like a beta fish or something tiny in like a sink, if you can still deal with it or not, you know? Terrified of large boats and large buildings. I think I have a rational fear of heights. I don't think I have an irrational fear of heights. Used to regularly have dreams about fighting gators to the death. Oh, God damn it. Don't give me more.
Salt.
You're not putting a fish in the sink. It's fine. I don't have a bubbler. It'll be fine.
I've always loved salt water, which makes me like upset because salt water is really delicious. Imagine if we could cook our food in salt water. You wouldn't have to add salt to your food.
Yeah, imagine, Froggy. I have 2 brain cells and I still have more brain cells than Froggy sometimes. I've had people ask me if I have a fear of heights. I always tell them I don't have a fear of heights or falling. It's the sudden stop at the end that I don't like. Yeah, that's fair. I'm also afraid of bridges. I hate bridges. Okay. I wouldn't say it's a phobia of bridges, but like, I don't like crossing bridges because I don't trust them. I also don't trust elevators. Anything that, I don't know, anything on a cable, I just don't trust bridges. You know, I like, maybe it's the height. Maybe it's the nature that bridges are normally very tall. Oh God, fuck elevators. Yeah. Like, I don't like elevators and I don't like bridges because I always have an irrational fear. There you go. I always have a fear that something on the bridge is going to happen and we're just going to plummet into the water below. Is it actually gonna happen? Probably not. Is it like graded to be able to handle like 3 times the weight? Probably. But I don't like having potential energy, you know what I mean? Like I don't like having potential energy. I don't like being on a bridge because I have a potential energy of height. I don't like being on an elevator because then I have a potential energy of height. You know what I mean? I don't like being in tall buildings because I have a potential energy from height. I just don't like the only thing that can be universally trusted and even sometimes not is the actual ground. You know what I mean? Other than sinkholes. But the ground is not going to suddenly give out due to a defect in the manufacturing of the building or defect in the manufacturing of the bridge or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you know what? I just have anxiety. There you go. I am literally diagnosed with anxiety.
I've always loved adding salt to my food because my mom, growing up, she never let me put salt on our food.
Doctor's office was on the 4th floor of the building, and I would take the stairs.
I know. Your eyeballs pay for dog's food, though.
I try not to think about it. You know what I mean? Delta trusting the ground from safety and of not being on a massive fault line. Yes, I am not on a massive fault line. Says the person who walked 9 floors twice a day for 2 years in college because the elevators were crap. Yeah, I mean, the braking mechanisms on elevators are really cool. Like if you ever go look up how they work, you probably trust it more. But also, I could just use the stairs. Oh God, I just had that rush of adrenaline in my feet. You know what the best elevator is? The best elevator is the fucking tiny box that is like completely encapsulated and you can't see anything. You hit a button, you move slightly, and then you don't have anything happening. You don't see a change, nothing. And then it slows down and you walk out and you're where you need to be, okay? The fucking elevators that have the open back where you can see like the skyline and shit. Fuck that, dog. Fuck that. No way in hell. You put my ass in a box where I can't see shit and you send my ass up to the top. You do not put me in a fucking half glass elevator so I can see the literal hundreds of feet out of the ground, away from the ground that I am. Nah, fuck that. I'd absolutely not expect someone with a walking disability to walk up more than half a flight of stairs.
We didn't even have salt in our house. That's a lie. We had salt for baking, but like otherwise I wasn't allowed to touch salt. So whenever we would go swimming and
I would take a freight elevator over a glass elevator. Full glass elevators, anyone? Nah, fuck that.
Ocean, I would like swim with my mouth open and stuff, and I would get all the flavors. And they. That's a lie. We had salt for baking, but like otherwise I wasn't allowed to touch salt. So whenever we would go swimming and we would go in the ocean, I would like swim with my mouth open and stuff, and I would get all the flavors.
How is she alive?
And it was like a forbidden little treat.
A forbidden little treat. Okay. You're telling me you wouldn't get in Willy Walker's glass elevator? Think of all the buttons.
I wouldn't swallow, but I would enjoy the salt taste, and I remember licking the salt off my lips and going, "Oh, I'm just like a horse. I'm just like a horse."
the editor's commentary on the double question marks after. Okay, I will say though, what I will say is oh, I don't know if you guys heard that. Probably not. I will say that she was actually probably sodium deficient. And like sea salt is good. Okay. I will defend her in the aspect that sea salt is actually pretty tasty. And if you're going swimming and you get it on your lips and you get it on your face because you're under the water and then you come out and it dries off and you lick your lips and it's sea salt, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Am I going to go licking my arm to taste it? No. But in Froggy's defense, yeah, I get it. But also, I don't swim with my mouth open in the water. You know what I mean? Like, I am not a whale. I do not eat the krill. I do not need to while I'm underwater, all right? The fish shit in that. I'm good. I'm pretty sure there's no difference between edible sea salt, rock salt, and manufactured table salt. Yes, there is a difference. It's whatever additional minerals are in the granules. Like, from what I understand, the granules themselves are not specifically just sodium and NaCl, potassium chloride, sodium chloride. Sorry, potassium chloride is a different thing. It's not just sodium and chlorine. There are, or chloride, whatever, I don't know. There are other minerals inside of that structure that modify its taste. Just like water has different dissolved minerals that can modify its taste. And apparently they are square. Yes. Growing up, we found out that I was allergic to chlorine. Did that stop me from swimming? No. Based.
Please, mother, give me salt.
Only water fish do not shit in, and will dog open their mouth underwater. Okay. 0.0038% of the ocean is whale cum per cubic meter or per 1,000 liters. You're welcome.
Oh, I miss it. There's fish poop in the
Hi, Plains.
water. We came from that water way back when we were little marine amoebas. I'm just returning.
Why did you look that up? Because I wanted to burden you with that knowledge too.
Hello, Mario.
Hi, Plains. You're welcome. Do not open your mouth underwater and swim around with your mouth open in the ocean.
I'm returning to our birthplace, the land, the sea, where it meets, the salt, the ocean. I'm trying to
We are 2 minutes and 25 seconds into this video.
restore myself and return to fish poop.
Oh.
Return to fish poop. Don't do anything I say or do. Thanks. If I do have like an FBI agent who's watching me for whatever reason,
Don't spray bottle me.
I must have an FBI agent with a really good sense of humor.
I must have an FBI. I am definitely on a list somewhere, and my FBI agent must have a great sense of humor.
Because whenever I go through the TSA or the air
Bad knowledge, dog. I have a lot of useless knowledge.
I always make jokes about my knife collection and how I keep it in my shoes and whatever else. And there was that one time where I
Jesus Christ, Froggy, what the fuck? Just... I haven't told it. I don't know if I've told the story on stream yet. Should I tell this story on stream? I probably should. Oh god. Oh god. This is such a fucking... This is such a cringe story. Alright, I'm gonna try to tell this story without too much TMI. You ready? So, I once had a issue with my stomach that led to me being on the toilet for a prolonged period of time. And after that prolonged period of time, I noticed there was red in the before the flush. Okay, I was a little bit perturbed by this. I was a little bit dissatisfied with my situation. I was a little definitely should probably go to urgent care just to make sure. So I was driven to urgent care, go make sure that I was okay. And I definitely got a doctor who obviously needed to check things out and make sure things were okay. I may have made a joke about making a joke about saying that well, do you ever get people who come in here and make crack jokes about you should probably take me to dinner first? And he was very silent, didn't really respond to that. A couple seconds went by. Went, yeah, doesn't seem to be anything of concern about. Here's your chart. You can check out of the desk. And walked out of the room. And I went, man, I thought I was being at least a little funny. He did not care at all. And I afterwards, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. But also, come on, man. Like, you couldn't at least reply and said no? You couldn't at least shut me down? Like, come on, shoot me down at the very least. Don't leave me hanging on this. Anyway, fun times at the doctor.
Accidentally brought scissors with me.
Focus.
That was really scary for me mostly. I had these scissors and
Probably.
there's a kitten paw on one end. Like the handles are kitten paws and they go into a sheath. So they were sheathed and they were kitten paws sticking out of the sheath. So maybe they thought it was a personal grooming item, but it was in my backpack, so my carry-on that I was bringing on the plane. And I put my backpack down and the TSA went through it and then they let me through. They let me go. And then in America, I got to the hotel room and I put my backpack down and I was like, oh shit, these are my scissors. These are my fucking scissors, dude.
Is there like a TSA rule? Because they must have metal checked that. Like that went through. I'm looking this up. I'm looking this up right now because there's no way. You can't. You can bring scissors on the plane if on the carry-on if the blades are less than 4 inches, about 10 centimeters from the pivoting point. Yeah. Okay. I thought because they were classified as a blade, they weren't allowed at all. Interesting.
I brought fucking scissors. I could have done terrible things to that airplane.
Don't. You're gonna put me on a list, Froggy. Shut the fuck up.
I could have gone into the bathroom. I could have taken my scissors. I never take a big bunch of nibbles, but every day it starts with a tiny nibble and then I black out and I'm having a great time and I wake
Dude, this entire fucking video is a fever dream, man. This entire fucking video is a fever dream.
up the next day, and then when I wake up the next day, there's a bunch of my gummy missing. What's going on with that?
I mean, if you don't even remember it, why do it?
Tell us all the time that you're taking another nibble? I have no memory of it, therefore it's not true. I exclude Adam Sandler from the love circle until he stops making movies. Thank you. I'm Adam Sandler. I'm Adam Sandler, and I love single moms, and this is about to be a heartfelt movie about how I take care.
I feel like she's green screening, but I can't tell. But I feel like she's green screening, but I can't tell.
Your kids, and your kids get attached to me, and then gonna get some single mom coochie.
Maybe, no, she's not. Okay.
I'm on the single mom coochie bus. It's me. I don't like Adam Sandler because when I watch Adam Sandler, I'm IRL. I'm a burnout. Maybe.
I can't. Froggy, I can't handle like undirected
like, look.
Froggy. She needs to have something to latch onto. Let's see if we can skip ahead.
I have to send it to Next.
Okay. That's pretty funny. Okay, here we go. All right.
What's up,
Papa?
girl? Yeah, what's good, girl? What's up? You're live, by the way,
Hey.
so don't say any whack shit.
Oh, so are you. What do you mean don't see any whack shit? Can you look at this?
What do you mean? He knows you.
What the fuck?
Are you about to make me mad with math again? No. So the problem is, okay, so somebody, okay.
Oh my god, the fucking, them. Just pop it. Oh, not again.
So TLDR, chat got shotted and then chat got unshotted.
What does that mean? Well, no. What does that mean?
We were talking about, I have too many zeros? It was 200,000. Oh, that's why I'm confused. Oh, I biffed it. I really biffed it.
I'm so glad I'm getting a weed tonight, chat. Oh my god.
I'm so glad.
Okay, so you have 200,000 what?
Okay, so what happened
I don't know what's happening here because I skipped past it. We're gonna figure this out together, chat.
was chat got shot and then unshot because
No,
so
What does that
When you
mean?
say chat got shot, what does that mean?
So essentially we were bullying other people and having little giggles at other people's expense, and then they turned on me and they were giggling at my expense.
Right,
and
as they should.
Yeah, as normal.
Turned on them and put them in emote only mode, and then they were giggling at their expense. So essentially we shot the whole world.
I've seen the mods in your chat. They look like they have the 1,000-yard stare, dude.
Dude, you need to be a special kind of person to fucking mod for Froggies, man. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you need to be a good special type of person. You need to be a fucking saint, okay? That's what you need to be. Like, to mod for Froggy, you not only do you need to be a saint, you also need to be able to like call Froggy immediately and just be like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. So that way she doesn't do something dumb on stream. Like the stress levels for people. Well, dude, people come. I bet you the mods come from Froggy's stream with fucking PTSD. There's no way. There's no way they don't. I feel that. Pudsey.
They look like I've seen and talked to the mods in your chat, and I can hear the ringing in their ears. They have to mod for you, dude. Like, let them have this one thing, man. Let them have. Like, they got the
called out by this?
Blue Moon.
I didn't say anything.
Let them have this, bro.
Actually, I see the mods as kind of like, you know, in Berserk, like the council.
I'm in fight or flight.
Who like control space and time.
mod.
And like the skeleton rider who goes through the flames to kill demons, but he can't be touched by time, and he like travels around through time and teleports, and he's got a horse.
What's crazy is
this is my bar. Stop describing stuff. Sorry. Froggy mod needs to come with therapy. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Rev.
Louis talked through all of that, and I disassociated. I heard none of what you said.
I see Twitch mods as like ethereal creatures that are kind of above the rest of our planet. So I kind of see them as like they are not touched by space or by time or anything like that. So kind of the opposite of your take, where you were assuming that I was calling them dust.
Well, no, I keep my mods locked in the basement with one mattress to share between them.
Oh, me too.
Right.
But they don't.
I don't have mods. So, I don't know where to go with this.
You don't need more than that because they're all like
right. Right.
they're all powerful.
My mods
they're all powerful creatures.
They have to lick the.
Why the fuck is Froggy louder on Papa's end than on her own stream? What is this?
Wall to get their iron intake because of all the the leaking rust. And I do throw down a Skittle once a month for them to share.
You have iron in your walls?
No, but rust is more or less like what oxidized metal, and I let them lick the walls because there's a lot of rust in the walls.
I have copper because my house is so old. It's gonna be a problem later.
I throw a lead block down there, but I did lose a mod recently, so that's probably what happened there.
Jesus Christ.
That actually makes a bit of sense. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. That might have been what happened actually. So anyways, 200,000, what's up?
Oh, right, okay.
Thank you.
So then, the mods were saying that now chat must pay the
Dog problem is being mean. Oh well.
hospital bill for being unshotted, so they actually owe the mods $200,000, and then they were like, I read it out, and I was like, oh yeah, $200,000, and then they were like, what did you say? What did you say? And they said, I said $20,000, but I don't think I would say $20,000 because I know how to count, and
I know how to count, and then the fucking
but
the
I
edit.
don't think I would say $20,000
Look at this. Look at the edit.
because I know how to count.
You just have the editor just being X, which is great.
And
I should talk about I should talk to Very about adding an iron panel. We need the supplements.
know that this is 2, this is 20, this is 200, 200.
100.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is
2,000.
2,000.
You put the comma in the wrong spot, but you're not wrong.
This is 200,000.
No, that's 20,000.
This is 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
This is
2,000.
2,000.
This
Agreed.
is
This is 20,000.
200,000.
Nope.
This, I mean, 20. That's 20. No, wait, hold on.
Did you
I
say-
One brain cell. One brain cell, chat. One brain cell.
know.
Figure it out?
Okay,
Did
that's
you figure out the
200.
time? Come on, you can bring it back.
20.
You can do it. This is the one. This is the one. Here we go.
200.
Agreed.
Go put the comma. Yeah.
2,000.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
2,000.
You know, you're not. No, you're wrong. Because $1,900 is $1,900. 1,900, right? 2,000 would be $2,000. You can do $2,400. You can do $7,200. I don't know why we do that. In the United States, I don't know why. Some people are like, yeah, it's $1,200, right? Because it's easier to say 1,200 than it is to say 1,200, right? It's just easier to do the 100 and then a number like over that. So that would be 200. Yeah, right. So that'd be $200 or whatever.
No, try a second time.
20.
I beg you. I beg you. I beg you. Start again. Start again. Start again from 2, and then out loud say the words that you're saying. Ready?
2.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Go down and write another one.
now it's gonna be
20.
agreed. Keep going.
200.
So
Uh-huh.
far, so good.
2,000.
Dude, there's no way. She's got to be like fucking stoned, right? She's got to be stoned, right? I think I'm stupid, but I'm not seeing a problem. 2,000? And I thought Marines were bad at math. Oh no, Froggy's a whole different level. That one was malicious. It has to be, dude. She has to be fucking stoned. 2,000 is okay. In your brain, work with me here. I'm not gonna bring this up on a thing that to draw. Work with me here, ready? 100, right, is 100. 500 is 500. 900 is 900. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, right? If we do 1,000, which is a weird thing to say, we don't normally do that. We just say 1,000. If we do 1,000, it's 10 and then the 2 zeros, right? $1,100 or 1,100 is 11 and the 2 zeros. So we go from 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900, 2,000. 2,000 is 20 with the 2 zeros from the 100 place. You can get to 8,700 or 9,100. You get to 100. So yes, 2,000. Yes, that would be 2,000. We don't normally say 2,000. We'd say 2,000, right? So we say 2,100, 2,100 instead of 2,100. We say 2,100. But if you get to $9,100, it's $9,100. You can get to $100, which would end up being 100,000, and then 100, 500. Like, it gets really weird after that initial point. But this is not. This is no.
Good.
2,000.
Bitch. I swear to God.
20. Wait, no, I've been 220, 200, 2,000.
There you go. And then
2,000.
Dude, there's no fucking. Dude, there's no fucking way. Why did you go to 1,000 and then back to 100? 1 through 9 is equal 100. 10 is a grand. 100 or plus equal grand. What?
you are 0-3. I need you to think that one. When have you ever heard somebody say 2,000 out loud?
I've never heard a number spoken out loud.
Oh, that's bullshit. Shut up, Froggy.
Okay, that explains your math. Listen, 2,000. And then once the comma hits, go ahead and add the zero
Wait,
at the comma.
there's no 2000. Where does the comma go? Well, I thought once you get
Froggy, we're gonna walk Froggy through this.
Okay, now what is that number?
Everybody. So what's the first part before the 30?
Dude, it's like she's a fucking grade schooler. I can't. I can't do this, guys. I can't be like this. And that's the reason why I'm not gonna get famous.
Ooh.
No.
I might be tripping. She's rubbing off on me. 20,000.
Motherfucker, there's two numbers.
Grand, like, could you do like 1 grand 100? You could do a grand 100. But a grand 100 would be... Oh no, that would be 100,000. If you're like, I got two grand 100, then you'd be like, all right, 2,000 plus the 2 zeros from the 100, which would be 200,000. I get my gold scar. Can I pick out a cool race topper? Yes, you can. You can get one of the like 3-cent toys out of the treasure chest. I feel like a grade schooler. I'm lost. I don't see the problem. Oh, Dash.
20.
The first part before the 30.
Ooh.
No, motherfucker, there's two numbers.
20.
There you go.
Papa, I'm so sorry, buddy.
I thought once you get
Froggy, we're gonna walk Froggy through this, everybody. So what's the first part before the 30?
Ooh.
No, motherfucker, there's two numbers.
20.
There you go. And then
no, motherfucker, there's 2 numbers.
if there's 3 zeros after the comma, what would that mean, maybe?
Oh, 1,000, 20,000. There's no 2,000.
We got there. We got there.
It will get worse. Whoa, no, what do you mean by that, editor?
2,000.
We got there.
Oh, son of a bitch. I don't like that.
We got there. We got there. We got there. We got there. We got there.
Why is it this 2,000?
Because
why is it that 2,000?
Because
no, it is. It is 2,000. It is. Guys, I feel really bad for Froggy if she gets gaslit here. It is 2,000. It is another way of saying 2,000.
You fucker. That's 2,000. We've done this already.
I was today years old when I learned that 2,000 doesn't exist.
You know when you're taught things in grade school and like the teachers go, no, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. They don't need to know that. That's like a unique like local thing that she'll pick up on later. Don't tell her that. That's kind of where I feel like Papa Mud is right now. But you can say 1,000 and mean 1,000, right? So you can. The problem is that most people don't say 1,000 because, let me put it this way. It is about vocalization, okay? 2,100. We say the number 21 and then we say 100. 1,000 is the same as saying 1,000. If we, all right, fuck it, I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing up paint. Hang on. I will explain why English do the English thing. Give me a second. Where is it? Window. Oh, it's already there. Oh, it just needs to go up here. Okay. Oh, and I also need to add it over here. Hang on. I forgot. I'm also streaming in another location. So give me 1 second here. All right. So if we have, motherfucker, there we go. If we have this number here, right? We have this one as well. And we have this one. And we have this one. Okay. We have these 3 numbers, or 4 numbers, right? So this is 1, right? And then 1,000, right? This is 2, and then 1,000. This is 1,000 and 200. This is 2,000 and 200. So the reason why in English what we do is instead of saying 2,000 and 200, we shorthand it to 2,200, because instead of doing an and, we don't do a number and another number, right? We just do 2,200. Now, the reason why we don't do that for this number is because this number, the 2,000, doesn't have an and. So to say 2,000 is just as fast and just as easy as saying 2,000. So we only really say the number when we don't have, or we only say the number when we have numbers in the hundreds place. This is advanced English? Yes, this is advanced English. When we only have this, it's only 1,000, it's only 2,000, it's only 3,000, it's only 4,000, it's only 5,000, it's only 6,000, it's only 7, etc., right? So once we start doing 2,000 and 200, 2,000 and 400, 2,000 and 500, right? Then what we would do is we would just say, well, I don't want to say 2,000 and 500. I just want to say 2,500, right? Because if you did, if I go ahead and delete all of this, right? Or not. How do I make this? How do I make the, how do I? I want a bigger eraser. Fuck it. No. Oh, safe. Okay. So yeah. So, okay. So if you're saying 2,200, this is effectively a visual representation of what you're saying. Okay. This is a visual representation of what you're saying. If we say 1,200, see, we're emphasizing the hundreds with the 12 before it, right? And then 1,300 is 1,300, right? So, but this isn't written as this, it's written as this. So when you say 200, 100, you're saying 200, comma, 100, which then goes to that. We don't say 200, 100 because now we're just saying the same number twice, right? Once we get to a point above 9,900, once we get above a point of this, once we get to 10,000, then things get really weird because now we have 100, 100. And duplicating the 100, 100 just doesn't work well with like brains. That's when we go to 10,000 or 11,000 or 11,500, because now we have a full new set to have to say. We'll say 12,600. We'll say 12,800, or 1,200. Like, we'll do that. So because of that, once you break over 10,000, you no longer use that shorthand. We just don't use the shorthand anymore. Then we use the full hand, which is 20,000, 21,000, 22,000. Now, that being said, we do Freudian slip, and sometimes we will say, oh, this is, 2,100, 21,000. Like, that's real. I've done that. If I see a big number and it's like this, it's like 23,000. Sometimes I'm like, 2,300. No, wait, 23,000. All right, Rev. Yeah, then it's 20,000. So what she's getting confused with, right? She's getting confused because she knows that people might call something like this 1200, but she doesn't know that its correct terminology is 1,200. So she's getting confused because she's not starting with the right information. So she's trying to say, oh, it's 2000. Like, no, you're thinking of trying to shorthand it to this, which is just 2000. All right. So that's generally speaking, that's it. Now let's continue.
And I honestly have a really big issue with it because I feel like it should.
Were you and okay? Thankfully, you're a VTuber and you've never
I
had.
was a Montessori baby, actually.
Sorry.
I was a Montessori baby.
No, you said that word
You're welcome, Dash.
twice. I don't know what that means in that order. What? I'm gonna grab Froggy by her nose, and I'm just not. I'm gonna apply enough pressure. I'm gonna apply enough pressure where she won't be able to squirm away. So I'll just basically have her in a lock. It's gonna be. She's gonna be fucking locked in forever, and I'm not gonna let her free. I called you because I wanted your opinion, which I realize now was a mistake. Why did you? Why do you have? Is there more to this 200,000 shit? What are we doing? Why do we have 200,000 on screen right now? What is?
Nope. That's it. I'm unplugging my headphones. Bye, Doc.
Is it what you wanted to show me?
Because they said I said 20,000, but I didn't. I know numbers, so I pulled this up to prove that I know numbers. So we have 20,000.
I'm not convinced that you do.
20,000.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
I don't actually know if you know numbers. I'm gonna be very honest.
This is 20,000. We go from 2,000 to 20,000, and then
no mother.
No, she's right. Oh no. No, 20,000 is 2000.
We went from 200 and it becomes 200,000.
This is literally task failed successfully.
Right. So why am I here?
Oh
my god, help.
20, 200,
Yeah.
20,000.
Mother.
No, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. It's technically correct. It's technically correct.
No.
20.
Stop.
20,000.
You fucked up again. You somehow fucked up again.
200,000.
She's not. Okay. This is not entirely wrong, but it is not correct. Like, was it colloquially fine, but in the actual English hard rule set like thing, not correct. It's not what you're supposed to call it. You're not wrong, but you're also not right.
You somehow fucked up again. We somehow
God damn it.
backtracked, and now if there are the comma exists. Help me.
She is right, kind of. So you can say 2000, and people will know what you're talking about, but it's gonna be really dumb. You say 2100 and people are like, oh yeah, 2100, right? So, but technically speaking, it's 2000. But you can say 2100 or you can say 2000. Like that is a way of saying that number, but it is not a way that they would teach it in schools.
Froggy, write it again.
I spelled that right the first time. Ah, that's pretty good.
Write it again.
Are you watching?
Oh, but it's hard not to.
2,
Write it again. Mm-hmm.
20.
I want you to, and this is a bold request. When you say the words that you're saying now, think of them. Think of the words you're saying. Okay, go ahead, continue.
200.
Agreed. We're all on the same page as of right now. Now, here's the tricky one. Add that 0 and that comma, and I want you to really think about that conversation we just
2000.
had. Bitch, I am gonna burn your house to the ground with you in it.
2000.
You.
She even put the comma. Guys, she even put the comma in the same fucking spot that I was using to show you how like it technically can. I can't. I fucking can't. Dog doing the hand knife.
We
2000.
Motherfucker!
I am gonna burn your house to the ground with you
2000.
in it. You
2000.
I don't know if this is a bit, if this is a rage bait. I'm going to get in the car and drive us both off the cliff if you don't fucking open your goddamn mind's eye. I cannot fathom a universe of which we have gone back in time.
This is absolutely malicious. No, this is just Froggy.
When I literally just
No, she's not. No, this is actually Froggy.
what the process is.
Wait, but they're saying 2000 is real.
It
You
is.
are being... Normally, I'm all about the gaslighting. I think it's very funny.
No, it is
You are
real.
being played so hard right now. Listen, normally the gaslighting is incredibly funny. Froggy, 2000. 2000, Froggy.
But why can't you say
You can.
100 instead of 2000? Why can't you? Why is there a rule against it?
I am not about to have a we live in a society bottom text conversation with you about numbers.
Oh man, I love Papa.
2000
we are
is
VTubers.
2000.
We are
2000 is
VTubers.
2000.
We have no ability to do math.
It
Yeah, that's about
feels
right.
easier
Not our forte.
To
No,
go
you're
to 2.
You know what? I'm gonna save us all the headache and be very happy that we are now at 8 o'clock my time, because we are not doing this again. I am not going to go. I am not gonna listen. I am not gonna listen to the experience of whatever the fuck they are going to have the conversation that I just had with you guys in chat. Okay. I have explained it. Everyone now understands. The problem is now we have to watch the same thing happen here. And like, nah, we're not. Anyways, hey, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun watching reacts. As always, we do these every Sunday, and if you want to contribute to the reacts channel, you can go ahead and send the reacts in the react section, and we'll do it again on Sunday next week. 2000. Not 2000 is a real number. You can say it. It's a little weird, but you can say it. And we'll be live again tomorrow with God knows what. I'm gonna leave and go make fucking chicken parm. I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna do shorts next week? Yeah, we'll do shorts next week. But I'm gonna head off. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.